All right, here we are.
Yes, sir. We're
Episode
back.
11 of the Milk Bucket Podcast.
Episode 11.
How crazy, man. I swear every single episode we start off saying, how crazy, bro. I can't believe we're episode 11.
Yeah. And it's just going to keep happening, isn't it?
It's going to keep happening, hopefully.
It's going to get crazier and crazier as we do more episodes. It's not like we're going to get to 1,000 and be like, 1,000, that's it.
Yeah.
Like, no, it's going to be we've sat here for 1,000 fucking hours talking about nothing.
Exactly.
And people are listening.
Yeah, true. And the thing is, it is crazy, but there's a lot of crazy things happening. We live in a crazy world, lots of
There
problems.
is.
But you know what the main problem is?
The Super League.
No, the main problem is when you go to a tobacco shop and you're looking for a vape and suddenly he presents you with 30 fucking flavors and you need to now decide within 10 seconds because there's a line starting behind you and you need to decide which one of the 30 flavors you want.
And people be judging you. Bro.
Oh, man.
If you get a fucking fruity
apple
tooty with a bunch of guys behind you, you'll get called a bitch to your fucking face, bro.
Dude, to your face, man. It's a high pressure situation. And then once you make your decision, next question, how many fucking puffs do you want? 300, 600, 1200? Dude.
Yeah, you're kind of deciding like, all right, do I want it to last the night? Do I want to have a long-standing addiction?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, what am I looking for? Am I looking to get skinny in the summer so I'm going to not eat through winter? How does this work? You know what I mean?
Dude, it's a fucked issue. And someone needs to do something about it. They need to remove half those fucking flavors. Just either have mint ice, some fruity ones, and then, I don't know, maybe one sort of curveball in there. Like a coffee flavor, just like the obvious no. It's sort of like the licorice.
Your solution is like implement Soviet Russia, communist controls. You have two choice, vodka and vodka. Ha ha! Eat one choice.
Oh man, it's a topical and tropical issue depending on what flavor you get.
Depending on what flavor you get, it's definitely you get some tropical twist. That shit's good, bro.
Yeah. I like the fruity ones the most, but
you can always tell if you're fucked up if you buy one and there's like a fit white chick behind you and she says, "Great choice."
Yeah,
like,
dude.
Oh no, they're gonna be looking at me like that, bro.
Yeah. Or the Asians. Asians fucking love those vapes, and so if whatever they get, it's like when you go to a Chinese restaurant, bro. I'll have what he has as long as it doesn't have pork.
See, as a white person who gets fucking queasy around certain dishes like pig's blood and stuff like that, I never fucking implement that strategy.
No,
maybe in an Italian restaurant.
Yeah, actually, no, in an Italian restaurant, definitely.
Yeah,
definitely great option.
Give me some prosciutto, give me some bruschetta. You know what I mean? It's a bit of fun.
Oh, you're Italian?
Yeah.
Are you? Whereabouts in Italy?
I got told recently that a guy thought I was Spanish.
Sheesh. Really?
He said, "No, but you're dark hair. You can't be Irish." I'm like, "I'm not
fucking
Irish."
What?
But you know what I mean? I'm like, it was at a pub. It was pretty funny. You were there that night.
Speaking of being in a pub, wait, when was this?
This is the other day.
Wait, you were told you were Spanish?
Yeah.
By who?
One of the drunk old white guys, essentially.
Oh, okay.
One of the fucking 1,000 in that pub, but
He thought you were Spanish?
yeah.
Damn. Speaking of that night, though, who else was there? Your brother, your little brother.
Yeah.
How old is he now?
18 maybe?
18, bro. He's a smart motherfucker.
What'd he do?
Because at this time, as I'm sure most people know, there's a lot of shit going on with Palestine and Israel. He knows a fucking shit ton about it. He knows all about it. He knows how it started with World War II. He knows how like the Nakba happened. He knows about how the 1967 attack happens. He knows the dates as well. It is fucked. He was explaining it to some random in the bar. You know the random that was there, the guy that was like really sunburnt with his dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there was this random guy who was just like annoying us the whole night.
It's so funny when someone like says to your group, "Oh, I'll just bring a chair over."
Oh, man.
Like normally we're like, "Yeah, come over," but this guy was fucking bugging, mate. Like,
yeah, he was so fucked.
just such a, there was just 14 people sitting around a table awkwardly looking at each other while one guy talks about his dog.
Yeah, so I came late to this event and I saw like our friends, the people that we know, and then I see this other guy. It's like guy obviously gay, no worries with that. Obviously gay guy with his dog.
That's a plus to Baz.
With his dog in the fucking pub, like running around fucking annoying everyone. And then his housemate also there, this random chick that was there. And this guy is like in his mid-40s. And I was just like, oh, I didn't know who he is. Okay, hey, how are you going? And then when we go to the next pub, he doesn't join us. Turns out he's just a random fucking cunt who just joined the fucking group.
The funniest thing was at one point he was bragging about his trim. He was saying like, yeah, all I need to do is buy her dinner and she cuts this great trim for me. And we're looking at it, it's like, bro, that's not a good cut.
His haircut was so
you're
bad.
You're paying for dinner? What? Like, what the fuck is that deal? You're paying $45 for a fucking dinner and you're thinking that this is a free cut. Like, this bitch just going zoom, 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 motherfucker, you're out.
It's such a shitty haircut, man.
Oh, bro.
Even if you made food at home and it costed $10, it would not be worth it.
Yeah, it just, that guy, he just would ruin so many stories. And it kind of made me think, like, aren't those people the most annoying when they, they'll interrupt or they won't really be paying attention or something like that. And so they'll ask you to repeat yourself constantly and you're just sat in a circle. By the way, I'm veiledly throwing this accusation of Baz because he does this all the fucking time.
What was the accusation?
Exactly. And so, no, by the way, this is hilarious that you didn't listen just then. That's proving this point.
Say it again.
Motherfucker doesn't even realize.
Say it again.
But those people are so annoying. Like when someone's like, "Oh, sorry, can you repeat that?" and you just made a joke, and you're like,
Wait, was that the point you just made?
I'm not going to fucking repeat a joke.
Was that what you just were talking about?
What?
About people not listening?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't. You're fucking taking the piss.
Fucking bang. You're dead.
Jesus, man.
Anyway,
yeah.
Israel Palestine. What side are you on?
I'm on the Palestinian side.
Yeah?
Yeah. What about you?
I'm surprised.
Being from Palestine myself, it wasn't a very, very tough pick. But yeah, I mean...
look, I've weighed my options.
Yeah.
I've decided, I've looked at the future draft picks.
Yeah.
Look, I'll go with the Palestinians.
Thank you. Good to have you on board.
After seeing the Iron Curtain and that firework display that happened, literally the Israelis might as well have thought it was like a firework display.
Literally, literally.
I don't know. Look, I'm going for the Palestinians. I don't know if they're going to win, mate.
Honestly, neither. But it's funny because they launched 300 rockets knowing that none of them are going to fucking hit. And the other side, Israel knows if they launch one rocket, it will hit.
Yeah.
And people will die. So it's a very fucking uneven fight.
Yeah.
But,
it's like, why can't you just both meet in the middle, use your fists, and have a fucking scrap?
I would be down for that, but as long as I'm not involved.
Dude, odds on.
Odds on.
Go up to a random Jewish person in the street and you versus them, you solve Israel Palestine. It doesn't matter if they're Russian Jew, you know what I mean? They're not Sephardic Jew or anything like that.
Yeah.
You guys end it then and there.
Yeah, I don't know. But speaking of Palestine and Israel, so there was a protest yesterday.
You and your protest. Okay.
Dude, honestly, I'm going to be 100% honest with you right now. I don't really like protests. I hate protests because think about all the protests in the past that have happened. Like there was literally a NCCP protest 2 weeks ago. And it didn't get very big traction because apparently they suck with social media. So they weren't able to advertise it.
Let me just interject quickly. Just for the avid listeners and the guys who are a little bit alert.
Yeah.
I think maybe 4 episodes ago, Baz was talking about how he loved protests, and we made a TikTok about it. So this is interesting.
Okay, so this is
an interesting turn of events.
This is what I don't like about protests. And maybe I like protests as a whole, but what I don't like specifically about protests is that when it comes to a negotiation, it's always better to be on the upper hand, right? You want to come with power, right?
Yeah.
The whole idea of a protest is about getting pity from other people and being like, hey, listen to us. This bad things are happening. Pity us. We're at the bottom here. It's all about, making people feel sorry for you, which is such a bad, it just seems like the worst thing you would do before trying to negotiate.
So you want the Palestinian who got his arm blown off, just dragging his arm down the road and they're like, oh, do you need help? It's like, no, I don't need help.
It's not about do you need help. I like the idea and the message they spread. And a lot of the parts of protest I really love. The one thing I don't like is one, that, and two, a lot of the times, so the protest had a lot of speeches and they had really prominent Palestinian people talking and they had indigenous people talking, which was also funny in another way. But they had Palestinians and indigenous because what Australia did to indigenous is very similar to what Israel is currently doing to Palestine. Like kicking them out of their homes, putting them in, similar but different. But anyway.
Yeah. It's kind of hard to deny that's the issue.
Anyway.
Because I'm very pro-Palestine, but also I'm an Aussie, so it's like...
Yeah, it's a really, really tough dilemma. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is a lot of the times, a lot of the speeches were dedicated on saying, okay, well, this many children have died this week. I think it was 30 children had died that week at that stage. So they read the names of the children, were talking about the sad stuff. And then the next speech came on. It was like more, 7 years ago, I was kicked out, blah, blah, blah. We need to free Palestine. Okay, next speech. Okay, 7 years ago, we talked, it was all about all the stuff that happened and how horrible it was. And the goal is to free Palestine. And I was like, okay, well, let's just wait a second. What's the immediate goal that we'd be happy to have this year? Because Rome wasn't built in a day. You need to have small wins, and a lot of small wins will lead to a big win, right? You can't just say there's no like so there's no united goal, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
There was no clear front line saying this is what we want. It's not too much to ask for. It's not unreasonable that we get it by the end of the year. And that could be just like stopping the violence between this people at this time, making sure Israel is forced to abide by UN laws, like something that's not that crazy.
Yeah, but what you have to understand is if you asked a lot of Israelis, or maybe not Israelis, but like a lot of the travelers who make the pilgrimage,
Yeah.
right? They'd probably agree with you. They'd probably agree, yeah, you should stop. You know, there was that, I forget where it was, but it was like in that area where they essentially just shot down like all the fucking kids and shit praying. And it's like,
Sheikh,
and or the other day they...
It's called, I think it's Sheikh Shona or something.
Right.
I probably butchered that.
But yeah, they blew up the place that they thought Hamas was operating in. And it's like, well, I mean, look, you can... I don't know what your opinion is with Hamas. I do believe that it is a terrorist organization, technically. I'm not saying that I think the IDF aren't a terrorist organization.
If you look at the definition, it's unarguable that it is a terrorist organization. Because it's a political motive and they're doing
I'm not saying I don't understand from their perspective.
Yeah, which army isn't a terrorist organization by that definition?
But anyway, so like, I'm not for terrorist organizations and shit like that, but that doesn't mean you just fucking blow up an entire building because you think there might be a few. It's like, it's literally what the US did in Afghanistan, like all over again. There was this whole thing where these like 2 or 3 soldiers went in and butchered a fucking village because they thought that some of them were fucking working with Al Qaeda or the Taliban or whichever one.
They thought they had weapons of mass destruction.
Yeah, but there was this particular one in Afghanistan, and it was just like, you can't just kill heaps of civilians and expect people to not harbor deep resentment for a fucking country. Like, you're literally causing there to be future terrorists because, like, you came in and killed my parents.
Yeah.
Because of something that wasn't true.
And then I remember like seeing some people post like, oh, at least they gave them warning. Bro, I think they gave them 35 minutes. I could be wrong here, but I think it was 35 minutes notice. They said the missiles are on their way. 35 minutes and this building will be gone because we suspect that there's a Hamas, what's it called? War center or something in there. They suspected.
If you were wanking while that happened, would you finish it? Like, you know what I mean?
That's bro, 35. What if you were just sleeping? What if like, 35 minutes? Like, imagine you have to get, like, what do you take from your house? 35 minutes and the property you own gone to rubble.
It's also like, I don't know, I just hate these lazy approaches. It's like in the States where police will just pull out guns in order to solve problems.
It's like
and it doesn't solve problems. It's like, it just causes more conflict.
Yeah.
And there are for people who aren't aware, in Australia, every step of aggression you do needs to be justified. So if you pull out your baton or however the fuck you say it, you need to write why you have to do that. Yeah. If you pull out your gun, you have to write how you do it.
It's like a lot of they bury you with paperwork.
Oh, brother! If you're just pulling out your gun left, right, and center, one, you're gonna be fucked with paperwork, and people will start asking questions if it keeps going on like that.
Yeah.
So as a result, they don't just pull out their guns all over the place.
Yeah.
I think this is important because it requires you to actually use your brain to solve fucking problems.
Yeah.
Like if you've got a building you think is full of Hamas, starve it out. You know what I mean? Like surround the fucking thing so people.
They've got a very smart, defense force. They've got a very smart CIA equivalent.
Hot women as well.
Very, very hot women. Like you have the resources to do it in a more efficient way.
People are very fucking gorgeous.
Look, they have the means to do it in a more efficient way, a more humane way, but they choose not to.
It's just the fucking easy way, and it's like, I don't know. I don't like this optimization of human lives. You know, it's like, oh, you just kill it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Anyway, let's move to a lighter note. I feel like this 5-10 minutes we talked about is enough.
Yeah. Let's do it. I mean, talking about protest on your thing, I the other day I had an assignment. Lab, uni. Get out. I'm fucking gone. I have 3 hours sleep the night before, so I'm barely fucking functioning. Right.
Yeah.
I'm in KFC and I'm eating a bit of food.
Classic.
And I'm sitting there, and this little old Asian lady kind of walks up to me, kind of holds out like a petition kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of like
NCCP. NCCP.
Anyway, so I'm eating like wicked wings, which are like crumbed fucking wings or whatever. So my hands are greasy as fuck, and I'm like, that's greasy, and she just keeps holding it out. I'm like, you know what I mean? And then I'm kind of like, I don't really want to fight with this lady, fucking sure. And so I look at it. The second I see I don't have to put an email address or a phone number, I'm like, oh, fucking sign it 3 times. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean?
So you signed it.
Yeah, so I signed
legend.
it. And then she walks away. And what I realized is I have no idea what I signed.
NCCP.
Well, I don't know. It was definitely something about China Communist Party.
Yeah.
I think. But it could have been pro.
Bro, they've been
It
out
could
there
have
for
been-
like 3-4 months.
Bro, it literally could have been like, we want to enslave Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Or sign to show that Tibet belongs to mainland China.
Yeah.
And I would have no idea because I was just too busy with my fucking greasy fingers wanting to eat my
Dude.
wicked wings. I'm like, yeah, you go, bitch. I don't
Dude,
give a fuck.
honestly, it's kind of fucked because it's like, will this signature really end CCP? Will it really end one of the biggest fucking governments that, you can't even have a protest in China without it getting shut down. It's like, will this
No, not
signature
shut
really
down.
do that
Shot
much?
down, mate.
Shut down, yeah. Like, will this signature really do anything in the grand scheme of things?
Yeah, and the answer's no. But she's a sweet old lady. I'll do it for you. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Some of those CCP people are really have got crazy histories. I remember my old housemate, he was Saudi. We were walking down there. We were chatting to one of the CCP people, and they were actually an escapee from one of the refugee camps.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
Or were they?
Were they Muslim?
Yeah, the Uyghurs.
I think she wasn't a Uyghur, but she was affiliated with them. Like she was a social worker for the Uyghurs,
Right,
and then
okay.
she just happened to be like thrown in with them in the bus.
Jeez.
Why is that funny?
I don't know. It reminds. That's what's crazy. It brings up imagery of like Nazi Germany, and this is just a big country doing this, and like no
It's
one
fucked.
seems to get like the Nazis. There was a world war to stop these motherfuckers. You know what I mean? They were rounding up the Jewish people. They were killing them, and like it was fucking horrific. And then China's just disappearing people. And fucking just rounding up the group of like Muslim Chinese people and just saying, "Oh no, Tibet's our country, sorry." And like,
it's just
like what's the thing you were talking about? I think with what's like democratic China, Taiwan.
Okay.
Isn't their thing like ending soon or something like that? And they're like,
It's already
going back?
gone, bro.
Yeah,
It's already
exactly.
China now.
So
is Hong Kong. Go on.
yeah, you've just got
Supposed
this
to be
fucking
1947. Good luck, bro.
bro. You've
Nice
literally just
contract,
got this
fam.
like not bad guys, but the government seems like the bad guys.
Have you seen what they've done with Sri Lanka?
No.
So Sri Lanka is like a fucking. It's pretty much Chinese now. So essentially, in the 90s, Sri Lanka was expanding really fast. So they needed financing. So where did they go? India, the normal place to go. India gave them a lot of debt, and they gave them like a lot of good loans. Fucking made lots of infrastructure, made a lot of developments, but they needed more money because they wanted to expand really quickly, which all developing countries want to do. So they go to America, get some loans from America, and once they expire those as well, where do they go to? China. China floods them with tons of cash for them to do their infrastructure and says, we know you can't pay us. So instead of interest being tied on the dollar that we're giving you it at, how about instead, if you can't pay it off, you give us a bit of ownership in the assets we're financing.
Right.
So they were financing like docks, financing airports, financing power stations, like financing everything that was essential. Mostly docks, mostly like airports and stuff to do with international travel and international like shipping.
Yeah.
Now that Sri Lanka has been able to pay fuck all of the loans back, China pretty much owns all of their docks, owns all of their travel, all their infrastructure, all their toll roads. The whole country is pretty much like all the infrastructure is owned and feed and like charged to China. So every single shipping container that has to go through, essentially they need to pay China to make it go to their own country.
Damn. Okay. Well. This is.
So they run that bitch pretty much.
This is interesting actually, because I have two topics which run along similar trends, and I guess the way you could kind of categorize them would be capitalism versus, in heavy quotation marks, doing the right thing.
Yeah.
And saying, well, okay, does it matter? Is doing the right thing a real thing in life, or is it like, well, if you accept a loan, like so with the Sri Lanka, like, is giving a loan to someone who obviously can't afford it ethical, or is it like no, well, they took the loan, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
the thing is, it's hard to say no when you know that you won't be held accountable by the time the consequences happen. So if you're Prime Minister of Sri Lanka right now, you're running shit, you're like, I can make a huge change to the infrastructure. We don't have a dock. I will make their dock. I don't have a power station. We don't have power. We'll make a power station. I don't have an airport. We'll make an airport.
But I don't think...
And I won't be held accountable because the consequences won't come for another 60 years.
Yeah, but from what I know about Desi people, they tend to be quite proud and nationalistic. They're not people who just want to see their country do poorly.
Yeah.
And that's why you've got the kid saying, I would die for Pakistan, you know what I mean? When he was like fucking 3 years old. But so like, my point is, I don't think they would just say, oh yeah, we'll do this. I'll get a newspaper article written about me, then I'll die, and then we'll get fucked by China. Yeah. I'm sure he probably thought, oh, we'll figure something out by then.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like, it is kind of fucked up. I don't know. But like, is it fucked up on China's behalf? Like, not really, I guess. Like, they're providing a service
For them,
which someone else is accepting.
It's very, very efficient and very, very long-term thinking for you to
Yeah.
say that we don't need the money now,
That's some
but we
chess
know
shit
that
right
they
there.
do, and they will not be able to pay us back in 20, 30 years. And if they do, sweet, we'll make money from the banking. If not, we'll make money from owning their shit.
We'll say, "Oh, give us money, or else you're not going to transfer anything out of this place."
Yeah, yeah.
They're one of the big. Were they big tea manufacturers?
Who? Sri Lanka.
Sri Lanka.
I think they manufacture quite a bit of things.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of things. I'll tell you what's also funny.
What?
China is starting to outsource manufacturing, which is what their bread and butter is, to Eastern Europe.
Really?
Imagine if a t-shirt like producer said, "Okay, now we're going to move it to Poland," and you're delivering it to China. Fuck, the tables have fucking turned. Hey.
Yeah. It's crazy how big Poland is, yet it's still shit. Shit's
Relax.
a strong word. Yeah.
Relax,
Sorry. I think we
okay.
actually do have one Polish listener. I was looking at the stats yesterday.
Why are you
so
saying it's shit
shout
though?
out to you. No, meaning like it's just economically poor.
What's the main city in Poland?
Warsaw or something?
Yeah, Warsaw. I looked some pictures online because I was going to go there. I was thinking about either going to, I think it was Hungary or Warsaw.
Why?
Well, I don't know because
I
I was
think
on.
it's- Is it Warsaw?
I can't remember.
I think it's Warsaw. Yeah.
Anyway, so I was looking on Ryanair and they're both the same price. They're both like 15 euros flights. So I was like, do I go to Hungary or do I go to
Yo, you and your 200 fucking.
Budapest,
Is it
I should
20
say.
or 200 or what's the goal again? By 30? Your country goal thing?
Nah, that's for another day.
Okay,
That's for another day.
sure.
But the plan is
What
to
is this
retire.
like? Man just wanting to sit in here, say,
Plan
"All
is to
right,
retire.
I've been here. Now let's go to the next one."
No, plan is to retire at 33. That's the plan. We can go into the details later.
Is that to do with countries?
Huh?
Is the retire thing to do with countries?
Oh, are you talking about retiring or are you talking about
No,
something
I'm
else?
talking about the country thing.
Oh yeah, no. I want to do half the countries in the world by 30, the rest of them by 40.
What is half the country though? Like what how
So
much
there's
is
200 countries in the world.
that? Right, okay.
Yeah. So 100 by 30.
Is that including things like Monaco and the Vatican and
yeah,
stuff
of
like
course.
that?
Yeah, of course.
They're counting in the 200.
Yeah, as long as they're a proper country.
What about
It counts.
Isle of Man? Yeah. What also?
Isle
When
of
you
Man-
mean proper country? What do you mean?
So as in like, do you say is Scotland a different country from UK?
I would
So
say it
from
is.
yeah, you would. Okay, and is Isle of Man its own country? Because I know that Jersey and Guernsey are different countries.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think it is its own country. It's just part of the UK.
It's a different country, part of the UK.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
could
so.
be. Yeah, so I'd like to go to all of them.
I really want to go to Monaco.
Why?
I've been getting into. I started watching that
F1?
show. Drive to
Yeah.
Survive, and it just looks. It's got that like perfect mix of like warm Mediterranean. You know what I mean? Like everyone's tanned. It's quite hot. Like you've got beautiful water. You probably have shitty beaches. You know what I mean? Like all rock beaches and stuff. But the water's quite lovely.
Yeah.
It's a sea, so you're probably not going to get as much great white sharks. I'm assuming. So it's like
True.
I feel like it would feel safer to fucking be swimming. Although we live in Australia, so it's like if
We
we're
have a lot
swimming
of
in the
bull
water
sharks.
out there, we
We have a lot of bull sharks, don't we?
have a lot of great whites as well.
Do we?
Yeah, bull sharks don't swim around. Bull sharks like they can swim in fresh water. That's what's
Damn,
scary
okay.
about them. Like if you know where we live,
They do both salt and freshwater, right?
Yeah, that's why. But I think it's like the small ones. I mean, maybe it's like they swim up and lay eggs or some shit in freshwater. I can't remember, but yeah. To be honest with you, tiger sharks are the one you want to be scared of because those motherfuckers will eat anything.
Tiger sharks.
Yeah, they're like ones that will eat like they've found like tractor tires and shit in their fucking stomachs because those motherfuckers will just eat anything.
Tractor tires.
Yeah,
Jesus.
but the thing about the great
fucking
whites
Christ,
is like they'll say like, oh, they're not like dangerous and stuff, and it's like, okay, they are dangerous. Obviously, they're fucking massive killing machines, but they're not like aggressive like people think they are. But the thing is, they don't have fucking mouth. They don't have hands. You know what I mean? They've got flippers to help them swim, but that means in order to like, if they're curious about something, in order to touch with it and interact with it, they have to bite. So when you see them biting diving cages, they're not biting it because they're like, I want to eat the people inside. They're biting because
Oh,
they're
they're
like,
curious.
oh,
and
what's
they
this?
want
But guess what?
okay.
If they're
That's how
curious
they
about your
feel.
fucking foot,
They
it's
bite it. But is it a strong bite or is it like a gentle bite, like a dog bite?
I think it's strong enough with how big they are. You know what I mean?
Because dogs like bite each other, but it's nowhere near. Could never hurt anyone.
That's not true.
No. Dogs can hurt people very easily, but the type of dog, like if a dog bites another dog and is like carrying it around with its mouth, it's a very gentle bite. And versus like if they're biting your leg and it's a really gentle bite.
No, but
Yeah,
even
because
if
they
you
just
get
wanna feel
nipped,
it.
they can pierce. You can get your skin pierced with nips.
With
When they
nips.
when they nip you, the small bites.
Okay.
When they grab them behind their neck, they
Are
grab
you
them behind.
a fan of big nips?
Yeah. Nips are nips, you know what I mean?
Your face just went so philosophical there.
Nips are nips, you know what I mean?
You could just see the thinking cap like land slowly.
Yeah. Look, I don't joke when it comes to tits, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a serious topic.
It is a very serious topic, man. Extremely serious. Yeah, man. So what were you saying about a dog nips again?
Anyway, no, they can pierce skin. But my point is, like, I don't think a great white nips you and you go, ooh, that tickles.
Yeah,
I
true.
think it's more like, where's my foot gone? Oh, fuck. Brucey over there took it, you know?
But imagine surviving a shark attack. That's a book right there.
No, only if you don't have anything taken away.
Why?
Because it's shit. It's not worth the story.
No, it's worth a story.
Nah, it's not.
Why not?
I was actually thinking about this today. I can't even remember what brought it on. But do you know what it was?
Yeah.
It was risk versus reward.
Of?
I can't, in my
just the
head,
concept of it.
in my head, I was having an imaginary conversation, so I don't know who I was
Classic.
imaginarily talking to. But no, it was the idea of risk. It was actually about sharks. It's like the risk versus reward of a situation. So diving with a great white shark out of a cage, there is a high risk of you getting ate, and the reward is you have a story about diving with a shark. And depending on how sick you think that is, or how unimpressive or shitty you think that is, it will determine the risk versus reward. So to someone who's like, that gives me no interest and there's heaps of danger, there's like no fucking benefit
There's
to
no
it
point.
whatsoever.
Yeah.
So to someone like me, if I lose my leg, if I'm risking my leg for something like that, no, fuck it. I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But it's as
Like
likely for it to
Jackass.
be your leg versus your arm versus your stomach. It could
no,
be,
they're all equally bad, don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Whereas like some people don't give a fuck. Fucking people who are juggling chainsaws and shit like that. Let's be real, they probably care about their fingertips less than we do. Otherwise, you're not going to take this reward.
Yeah, true.
Do you know what I mean? But
Shit's fun. I guess it's just training, bro. They're just so good at it that for them the risk is zero.
but it's not
Or
zero.
very
It's
close to
never
zero.
I also don't think, and look, no offense if I'm talking to a bunch of chainsaw jugglers. I don't know if intelligence runs in the field. I think it's being a carny. I don't think is meant to be something that requires a huge brain power. You know.
Yeah, true. Oh, have you seen that guy that does free solo? So he climbs up
Bro,
mountains.
that's
Have you seen the doco?
terrifying. No,
There's a
I,
doco on
I
Netflix.
know it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't watched it either.
I heard Joe Rogan talk
I'm not
about
gonna-
it.
yeah. I've seen Joe Rogan talk about it, and I've seen him on a couple of podcasts.
Yeah.
That guy is fucked. He has no emotions.
Oh yeah. He's
No fear, no nothing, bro. Everything is technical. He's like, oh yeah, so I've seen this one here. I've done this move a million times. Just got to use my fingernails here and push with my fingertips. And I've done this practice,
For
3,000
people who
times.
don't understand what free solo is, it's essentially climbing up mountain faces with no ropes whatsoever.
Yeah.
So if you
No ropes, no harnesses, nothing.
No, is it that you okay, I'm trying to think. I think you put the ropes there yourself. So it's one of the ones, for people who don't know, where you can bring up the loops or something, isn't it?
No, there's no ropes.
No, but
There's no
sometimes he
harness.
does stuff that goes over days.
Huh?
He does stuff that goes over days, I thought. Like the big one.
I'm not sure. But all I know is that there's no harness. If you fall, you die. That's it. But he says that he's fallen lots of times and he will just scrape his hand down the fall and eventually lock into something. Which is just crazy to hear that.
Bro, I'm trying to think if we're mishearing this.
Why?
Like, what I'm trying to think is there's certain types of climbing where you have to put the loop in to put your fucking rope through.
Should we Google it?
Yeah, pause
Quick
it.
Google.
Fuck it. We're
Alright,
back.
so we're back, and
What
I've got
up?
the Google here. So free solo climbing or free soloing is a form of technical ice or rock climbing where the climbers climb alone, without ropes, without harnesses or any other protective equipment, forcing them to rely entirely to their own preparation, strength, and skills.
I'm trying to think, how could you stay multiple nights then?
I have no idea. I think you can probably bring a camping pack with you, and like a bed, and then hook it on, and then
That
just sleep.
shit is terrifying. When you see the people just...
I would do that. I'm fine
Would
with
you?
it. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, no, fuck that shit.
Where you just like, as long as it's already there and it's secure, and hundreds have done it before.
How do you know
me.
it's secure?
Huh?
How do you know it's secure?
I would just trust their reputation.
Yeah.
If they've got 5-star review on Yelp,
I don't give a fuck. What do you mean? Who's reviewing Yelp?
all the people that
Dickheads.
survived.
No one's fucking reviewing Yelp.
What?
If you've just climbed fucking a mountain without ropes, your first thought is not, I better go give him a 5-star on Yelp.
No, okay, I wouldn't do the. Hold up, I wouldn't do the fucking free solo. Never. I'm fucking shit at anything cardio. The thing that I would do is do just like camping, sleeping on the rock face, where you climb up with a rope and you just sleep on the rock face, and then you like sleep the whole night there, and you can just sort of chill out, enjoy the view.
Why there?
Huh?
Why would you do it?
Just for a fun experience.
But so not even to try and climb the mountain.
No. Assuming that if the mountain required Actually, either or. So if the mountain requires some sleeping, I'm more than happy to do that. I'm more than happy to do a mountain that requires multiple days. But I'm also happy just to go there just to sleep, just to experience it and then go back.
Yeah. That's like crazy to me.
Why?
I just don't trust it.
Okay, but what if they've done it to millions
That's
of
some
people?
white shit, bro. Are you sure?
Okay, what if they've done it for thousands of people and no one has ever been injured? Because they have really good safety. Huh?
What do you mean, really good safety?
Really good safety.
How?
Like
Do they have
make sure
sensors in the fucking pegs to know that it's not going to fall out?
Yeah.
They don't though.
No, but if they did.
But they don't.
I checked.
There's one Kiwi guy says, "Oh yeah, so everyone, when you get up there, just make sure you tuck your feet in."
What's the mix
Chili
between? So we went to the pub the other day. Actually, we were talking about this before, but we saw some Kiwis there, and turns out he's right. Fucking when you have an ice box to put drinks inside there,
But I've never been wrong.
Kiwis call it a chili bin.
A chili bin.
Chili bin.
Yeah,
What the hell is a fucking chili bin?
it's cold bin apparently.
Oh, far out.
Fucking chili.
Anyway, we're exactly 31 minutes in. How about we do some? How about we go through the topic that we put for the Instagram this
Yeah.
week?
So the topic this week was, where are you going to be in 5 years' time?
Oh, okay.
Now, we got way more fucking responses than I thought I was going to get. So
By the way, this was like we put that you can either put serious / like ambitious results, but you can also put funny results. So that's the whole idea. We're gonna have hopefully a mix of both.
if people say like some sad shit, don't worry. I don't think it's a call out for help. So
Yeah.
it'll be alright. Yeah? Anyway, I'll try to rush through it.
No worries. Let's do it rapid fire.
All right, thick thighs.
Hey, thick
Says
thighs.
sitting in a sewer. Fair enough.
Fuck.
Rosha Enzo B.
Hey.
Man, I want to be in university studying engineering, but fuck, school sucks right now. No clue, man.
Ooh.
Well, let me tell you from personal experience, studying engineering does not make school better. But it's interesting.
Yeah.
So
It's
good
a
on you,
very,
mate.
very tough, very, very a high level, high prestige degree.
Yes, sir. You're going to get there. Fucking Hey, I'm Aaron says, Baz going to be married to a man? I agree. I agree. You know what I mean? He just needs to come out, feel a bit more comfortable in his sexuality, and then everything will be A-okay. Talking about Arcus, probably either in school or a mechanic. I don't know. I like fixing shit.
Hey, there you go.
Sweet.
Mechanics are awesome, bro. I wish I could do more shit with cars.
Give us a deal. Haneke was taken probably in a coma.
In a coma?
Do you
Why?
have pre-existing conditions? Is
Yeah,
this just a big
is it-
night?
are you just
Like,
trying
what are we
to drink or
talking? Lachlan 2108 uni sad face. Is it good?
Yeah, it's really good. It's a lot better than high school.
Uni's hard, but it's way more fun because you're just out doing your own thing. I can
I
imagine in the States it'd be even better because you're usually not with folks. You know?
Yeah, I think as long as you're like making the most of every day.
Yeah, that's the one thing I'd say. You don't just make friends in university. Like if you don't put in any effort, you'll go the entire university without making
Let's
friends.
circle back to that later.
Yeah, for
I'm
sure.
keen to circle back into that.
Ben Bryant 2005, the top
Hey,
male
Ben.
porn actor. I'll see you on the hub. Jokes, by the way. I
I
don't
would
think
love
it's a
to
joke.
see.
I
Dude,
think
don't
he's
make
got-
that into a joke, bro.
I think he's got 11 hard inches, bro.
Yeah.
Jack McStay says college. Good on you, mate.
Good on you, Sam.
Tyler H.
I've got a question actually. So what's the difference between college and university? So American, I think you guys call it college. I know in the UK, college is like after high school.
I
And
think
then-
college is high school,
In UK?
isn't it?
Or in high school?
I thought like
Or in US.
I thought college was like year 12 and year 11 or something.
That's in the UK.
Yeah, the UK.
Yeah, in the UK, it's year 11 and 12. In the US, it's like uni, but it's before business school.
Yeah, but is business school just like MBA shit? Is business
Apparently.
school
Like law school.
meaning like is that like post grad?
Yes, post-grad, I think.
Yeah, so confusing.
I don't understand how American...
It's such a racket just to steal money from the American
Dude,
people.
someone
I feel
explain
really
to
sorry
me
for you
how the
guys.
fuck the US education system works. What do you do after high school? Why is there college? Why is post-grad everything? Like, why is it... Here you can study medicine undergrad. You can study law undergrad. Finish it in 3 years. Move on to something else. Start working. Like, I don't
I
understand
mean,
how the
medicine
US
is
system
still
works.
what like 6 years undergrad,
Yeah, 6 years undergrad.
and then you have to specialize.
Yeah.
So I think it's similar time. It's still like 10-year study.
Med is always fucked though.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if you live in Uganda or in
Law, I think,
Australia.
is 4 to 5, depending on what you do.
Yeah.
Tyler GH says either dead or trying to have a job that isn't shit. You can be our intern.
Yeah.
um,
We got 2 others and they're fucking awesome.
Yes, sir.
They're awesome.
Johnny Shelton 338 in your mum.
Hey, really?
Bit me.
Are we going to both have her or what? Is it one night me, one night you?
Yeah. Suck your mum, Johnny.
Oi.
C. Boring. Hopefully masturbating with my right hand. What are you, a lefty right now? Or
I don't
what was
know.
saying?
Imagine if he just still wanked with his right hand. And he's just like, oh yeah, hopefully I'm
He's like,
still...
no, I'm here.
Yeah, hopefully I'm still doing it.
Hopefully I haven't lost it. Indie English says army. Salute to you, soldier.
Oy, amazing, man.
David Mockin says probably a photographer or filmer. Hey,
Sheesh.
you can come film the pod.
Oh, if you're in Australia, man, help
Yes,
us
sir.
out.
Todd Boy Mills says the hub.
Oy,
Another
like
12
on
incher.
it or... On it, or is it like as a
Also,
user
is
or
it
as a
getting
producer?
fucked or is it fucking or what's
Yeah,
the deal?
yeah. Are you a user or are you a producer? Get back to us.
Yo, let us know. It's Ash E, hopefully a bus driver. Got any, mate?
Yeah, go for it, man. Corner
Hamish
office.
Thompson says in the ground.
In the ground.
Dead.
Oh shit! I was thinking like after a bender.
Bro, what are people doing that they're going to die in 5 years? Fucking hell.
Yeah, man. Jeez.
Ralph H responded to your question. Stick it
Hey,
to
Ralph.
I'm just reading things. In a hangar as a plane mechanic. That's sick.
As a hanger.
In a hangar as a plane mechanic.
As a plane mechanic.
Yeah.
What's a plane mechanic? Plane.
Yeah.
Oh, these are a play mechanic. Like oh, we're doing a Shakespeare play. I'm in the hangar, like inside like the hanging.
No,
door.
I don't mean a guy in fucking play school who puts on a construction helmet and like
I did not understand.
bonks a fucking engine a few times, then it starts running. No, a plane mechanic.
Yeah.
I calling says partying, fucking up the boys.
Amazing.
RQ man, a millionaire, I hope. Fucking
Hopefully, bro.
Props, bro. You're gonna get there. Omni Man's intern, hopefully in some cheeks. So fucking,
that's
yo,
what I
you
like to
got
hear.
that, bro. Elliot B says in a bar binge drinking. Fucking
Oi,
respect. Probably
amazing.
me too.
Can we get an invitation?
Yeah, dude, come on.
Invitation, I mean.
Invite.
An invitation.
Okay. Sushi36 says somewhere
Hey, Sushi.
alive, I hope.
Somewhere alive.
Yeah.
Ah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, go
You
on.
guys are hanging out with the wrong people, let me say that.
Yeah.
420 Tom 69. Nice name.
What the fucking 420 Tom 69?
Probably college or making some clothing brand. Hey, send us a
Both of
shirt.
them. You can do both at the same time.
Yeah, dog. Send us a shirt if you make some shit. Kobe J, probably dead. Come on, Kobe, don't be like that.
Yeah.
Zui says close to 5 years old.
Hey, okay, fair enough.
Josh,
Is that after the other guy fucks your mum?
Josh Gilbert, hopefully working as a Sparky out of school, having fun. Yeah, good on you, mate.
Cool.
You're going to get there.
Good stuff.
Cat in the hat. Student debt, but I also want to be a lady attractor. Yo, you got
A lady
this, dog.
attractor.
Yeah.
Hey,
You got this, dog.
I want to be a pussy magnet.
Does this Bahama have a pussy magnet?
I want to have a pussy magnet in the car.
Sean Peter Nerd says jail.
Why?
Jesus Christ.
Dude, my friend used to either say, he said, by the time I'm 30, I either want to be a millionaire or in jail. I was like,
And the
dude.
funny thing is, we all know the high school Baz went to. So it's like a little fucking violin nerd saying, I'm going to either be a
No,
millionaire.
he's a friend from uni. You know him.
Do I?
Yeah.
Oh, true.
Yeah. The Lithuanian.
Ukrainian.
Yeah, Ukrainian. My bad. My bad.
Yo, shout out. I hope the COVID gets better, man. Okay, Jet Rhymes has 2 fucking responses. One is a bit nicer, which is a YouTube with 114,000 subscribers doing Minecraft content.
Yep.
And the other one is in beds with Baz's mom.
Hey, dude, why is everyone fucking my mom? What the fuck? Did you say Baz's mom specifically behind? Who was that?
That's Jet Ryan's.
Fuck you, Jet Ryan. And your mom.
Axel dies as owning my own liquor store because I've never seen a liquor store go out of business. It's fucking smart, I'm not going to lie.
Hey, facts, man. Facts.
Yo, so anyway, we've clearly got a bunch of ambitious lads.
Yeah.
90% of them are dead, jail,
yeah.
or on Pornhub.
Bro, I love how people are like, oh yeah, fireman. I want to be an army. I want to be in the, I want to do my trade school. And some people are just like, not dead. Dead in the ground.
Imagine being a career advisor and that's what you have to deal with.
Bro.
Or like, imagine if they're like just, you know, there was a guy, oh my God, I can't believe I fucking forgot.
Oh yeah?
There was a guy in my high school. I think he was maybe the year above me I think the year above. And he legit wanted to leave school to become a male porn star.
Really?
But it wasn't like on
Did he have
some
a big
joke
dick?
shit like saying, oh yeah, wouldn't it be sick to fuck Mia Khalifa. It was like, I think he legitimately dropped out of school. He might have been a dumb cunt as well.
Like he wanted to be the best at it.
Yeah,
he
well, I don't
watched
know.
it and he said, "This is what." My
No, like
calling
he
is."
was saying like this is like it was a serious answer.
Yeah.
And yeah, who knows if he had a big dick, bro?
Does he have any films?
I don't know. I don't even remember his name. I just remembered the fucking face It kind of looks like, to anyone who's watched Skins, it looks like Sid, beanie and fucking glasses. Anyway, fucking hell. Like, imagine you up to your dad and you're like, oh yeah, look, Dad, this just doesn't work for me. You know what I mean? I'm not really liking this. And he's like, let's think of it. Let's brainstorm.
Yeah.
What do you think we should do? And he's like, well, I've actually got an idea. I meet with this casting director, and he's like, oh, you're going to be an actor, are you? And he's like, well, of sorts. So,
of sorts.
It's like, well, do you know acting is hard? And it's like, oh, I know I'm hard. But like, how do you have that conversation?
I don't think it's a conversation you need to have until you're successful or unsuccessful.
What do you mean?
As in-
like you just wait to tell.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair.
Just do it. See if you're good at it first. Like, don't tell everyone, oh, this is what I'm trying to do, and then not end up doing it.
Okay, what if you go in, right? You're, like, you do something so you can't get any job but male porn star, right?
Yeah.
So you're trying to fuck, and like they're like giving you these sloppy dogs, and no one's buying it. Fucking everyone hates it and shit like that, right? And they're saying to you like, look, man, you can make a little bit more money if you do some of the gay shit, right?
Nah, but like, fuck that. That's a line.
You just do it, right? Like, you get really blackout drunk, someone slips you a fucking pill, whatever. You've already done it, right? And it's like full, like, we've already talked about holding hands is pretty fucking gay, right? Like, it's some, like, erotic. You know how there's the Pornhub category, like, sensual? There's, like, sensual, and it's all, like, nicely lit, and they're rubbing, like, massage oils into each other before they fuck. That's what you did, right?
Jeez, bro.
So, like, you can't say, yeah, but I was fucking him. It's like, nah, it's a fucking both ways. But you get paid.
Wait. You can't just say, no, I was fucking him.
Meaning, like, you
can't say... Is that more okay? That's not less gay, Matt.
I think we've decided that it's less gay.
It's not less gay. Okay, but it's
getting
it's
fucked is
gay.
Definitely more gay than get fucking a guy.
I agree.
You were the one who said it originally. Your memory is fucking worse than a goldfish, bro.
Still,
we've made TikToks about this.
It's less gay technically, but it's still very gay.
Yeah, but it's far less gay than like hooking up with a guy.
Oh, I disagree.
No, you don't.
Because it's all gay.
There's video.
Okay, it is far less gay. No, it's just less gay. It's not far less gay.
Nah, but remember we said the whole like, you're like you're resting on a fucking hill looking at a sunset. You've got your head on your shoulder, and you like look up, and you're just like stare into each other's eyes lovingly, and it's just like, bro, that's fucking pretty sus. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it is.
Anyway,
sure.
It happens.
Yeah,
you can't take that back, right? But man walks up to you and gives you $50K for one night, right? And you can't get any other job.
$50K. Oh, if you can't get any other job,
Yeah, you can be a homeless man begging. Or you can have sensual sex with gay men for $50 a night. Oh, and there's like demand. So you could
$50,000 a night.
$50,000.
I think you said $50 a night.
That's what you do right now.
Do it for free. Nah. Dude. I don't know, man.
Would you do it?
$50,000 a night?
Yeah.
How much is that per year? Times that by 300. Say you do it 300 days a year. Fuck. Like we're talking, what, 100 million? 150 million?
Would you do it for 1 year to set yourself up for the rest of your life?
150. Is it tax free or before?
No, it's income.
Either way, who cares? 1 year and you'll be like a fucking 1%er.
Yo,
that would be crazy. And you just have to have a lot of fucking gay sex.
But you have a sore ass at the end of that 1 year.
You'll have it up to the first day.
But if you're getting 70%, you might be pulling in what, like $700K?
Okay,
a year.
Okay, here's my hypothetical question.
7%, not 70%.
So say. Just one night, have sex with a guy, $2 million. Would you do it? Cash, no tax.
I'm gonna quote the guy that you haven't seen. Wait, get fucked in the ass? Fuck the guy.
Both.
Nah.
$2 million cash. That's cap.
No,
that's almost gay to not do that.
Nah, getting fucked in the ass is still more gay than not taking $2 million to get fucked in the ass.
Okay, so how much? What's your number?
No, if it's fucking the guy in the ass, then sure.
No, getting fucked in the ass.
Maybe 100 M's. I don't know.
Okay, so you have 100 M's. But for the rest of you, like you got fucked so hard for the rest of your night.
Wait,
you could not hold in shit.
Is it a different like rate for Mandingo versus like just some regular guy?
Yes.
You're like, you know what? 20 for you, dude. 500 for you, lad.
Bro, no, but this guy was so fucking hung. You could not shit for the rest of your life. You could not hold it in. You would walk down the street and just, oh shit, I just shat myself.
Do you think you would go to like the gay district of whatever city you were in and just like ask random gay guys to be like, how do you figure this out?
Dude, I have no idea what you would do.
Jeez.
Imagine that. Is that a problem that real people get faced with?
I don't know. Is it?
It could be.
If we have any gay listeners, let us know, yeah? Do you have to hold shit?
Is that homophobic to ask?
This was me being bad. I didn't even pay attention to what you were just saying. You said, is that a real problem people deal with? And I realized the question was, is it a real problem that shit doesn't touch the sides of your asshole after you get fucked in the ass? No, I don't think it's a real fucking problem. I think it exists in cartoons, lad.
No, but I think that if you continuously have gay sex a lot, it might be a problem.
Every fucking day.
It could be. It could not be. I don't know. Is that homophobic to ask, though?
I don't know, right?
Bro, it could be homophobic. I have no idea.
Man, we support everyone, you know?
We support them. And we're not saying it's bad or good. We're not saying we're not commenting on it. We're just asking the question. Because we ask the big questions.
We do ask the big questions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We do ask the big questions, which leads me.
Yeah.
My brother. I saw this TikTok.
Did you just call me my brother?
My brother.
Yeah.
I'm speaking how Palestinians speak. Come on, my brother.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What is with I don't know if it's Palestinians as well, but I've known like Desi people calling you brother and buddy. Like if someone said hey,
calling me or calling anyone?
No, me.
Yeah.
If I heard hey buddy, like just written on a piece of paper, I would imagine a Desi person saying it. I would not imagine like a white person saying hey buddy.
Yeah, true.
Because I used to work with like a bunch of them, and it would always be like hey buddy.
I think it's their like their catchphrase. It's like, but the thing is, if a normal person said buddy, they would say it ironically. They'd say that like, I actually don't like you. Oh, buddy.
Batman has, oh, Batman.
Yeah. Oh,
Desi workers says, buddy.
So, like you would be like, oh, buddy. Like that's like fucking like, oh, buddy, get off my fucking chair. Versus what you would probably say is, oh, mate, or old mate, get out of here.
Oh, he can't.
Yeah, or he can't. Anything like that. But I think for them, they came here and they were like, oh, yeah, we'll use this word. Oh, buddy. And then...
But it's not aggressive.
It's not aggressive. But I think most of the time when an Aussie says it, like it usually means that they're like anyone who was born in Australia, it probably means like they actually don't like you.
It's like champ.
It's like champ. Dude, it's weird how Aussies are like that though. How some words mean the exact opposite of what you think.
No, do you know what's funny? How it's not even they always... Because if they always meant this the exact opposite of what you think, then you can readjust what you know.
Yeah.
But if you say fucking legend or fucking champion... That's good. But if you say, all right, champ.
Yeah.
It's
all
like,
right, legend.
oh, that's what we got to fight.
Dude. Bro. And then the classic one is the word cunt. Because it could mean a great person. Most of the time, it means a good person, like a mate.
Let's give a quick, for all people who aren't Australian.
Yeah.
I'm just going to run through some ones.
Sweet.
Shit cunt, bad person. Sick cunt,
awesome.
Good. Mad cunt,
awesome.
Good. Dog cunt, really bad.
Shit.
Cunt,
or just cunt.
Could be anything.
Could be anything.
Anything.
We use it like interchangeably with mate. And sometimes if you get called mate in a different way, it can be worse than if you were being called cunt.
Yeah, all right, mate.
Yeah,
it's
dude.
like, oh.
That's yeah, right, cunt. Yeah. Oh, that cunt over there. It actually doesn't mean anything bad.
Yeah, it just means that fellow over there.
That fellow over there.
Well, that chap over there spilled my drink.
Yeah. The one that I don't like is Guy.
What do you mean?
Hey, Guy.
Yeah.
Hey, Guy, come over here.
It just reminds me of the fucking South Park bit where it's like, I'm not your buddy, Guy. I'm not your guy, friend.
Oh, man. Where do they use Guy? Is that in New York?
Sounds like it. I can imagine.
I think it's a New York thing. Because I'm just thinking about Stu Bazzini from Suits. Remember the stock traders come in?
Oh, yeah.
The stock traders come in.
Long Island trash.
Exactly. And they're all like, hey, Guy, come over here, dickhead. Hey, blowjob, come over here.
Did you guys feel like just then you were transported to Long Island when Basil started talking like that?
Long Island? No, Manhattan.
It's not a Manhattan accent. Maybe it's in Brooklyn.
You know they didn't actually film Suits in Manhattan?
Of course they didn't. It's probably LA.
Dude, yeah, it was filmed somewhere and all the views were just like cardboard pictures.
No, they're not. They're going to be B-roll, yeah?
No, it wasn't VFX. It was literally just pictures. I saw the behind the scenes. It's all, like, they got literal pictures and you can peel them off.
Yeah, but they've also got just B-roll.
What do you mean by B-roll?
Which is like, when you see them, when it goes to a different cut or something like that and you just see views of the fucking city, they're just getting views of New York and just chucking it into B-roll. B-roll is essentially, if you ever see an interview...
green screen?
No, it's not green screen. So, okay, imagine you're seeing an interview of a guy talking about a car. Like Jeremy Clarkson talking about a car. He's talking about an Aston Martin, right? And he's standing next to the Aston Martin and he's talking about it and stuff. And then all of a sudden it cuts to a thing of the Aston Martin zooming past.
Yeah.
It's probably not him driving it. It's probably what we call B-roll in the film industry. What that means is it's just stock footage that you just chuck there.
Oh, Jesus.
So the footage of a fucking like, you know, it going dark in New York City, or like them I don't know, cars driving past without the main characters in. It's always just fucking B-roll shots. So it's just stock shots of New York City just chucked there.
Could be. Yeah, could be.
Yeah.
Yeah. We said we're going to circle back. Making friends in uni versus high school.
Yeah.
You go ahead.
Yeah, I feel like you need to understand that in high school, you're forced with people so frequently, and for most schools, there's like truancy laws. So if you don't go to classes and stuff like that, you can get in trouble. And as a result, and also you're putting there when you're young, when you're more like, I don't know, I feel like people when they're younger have bigger friend groups. So you're more just going to get thrust with a bunch of new people.
Exactly.
But at university, I remember for the first semester when I was there, I don't even remember why. It was because I literally I would always go there tired. I would always go there like hungover. And so as a result, I just went into class and fucked up afterwards.
Yeah.
And
Which most people would do in Australia.
Yeah, but I literally at the end of the semester was like, I don't think I had any legitimate friend from like that semester. And then the next semester I changed. And it wasn't like because I was being a cunt to people. It was literally just because if in university, if you don't put in effort, you'll get nothing out.
Yeah, exactly. So I just going based on what you said, in high school, you don't need to make any effort to make friends.
Yeah.
You just live and then you'll gravitate to the people that you get along with.
Yeah.
Uni is not like that because
Not
you
at
have
all.
full freedom. You wake up whatever the fuck you want. You go to the classes that you want to go to. And, you know, you go from high school where you have 30 people in your class or I don't know, whatever is in your classroom.
Yeah.
To 1,000 people in your lectures. And you're you are literally a number. You are 42732 whatever
Exactly.
it is. And that's all you are.
It's very rare, at least in my courses, that they actually give a fuck about attendance.
Yep. They don't care about attendance. They're not
most
going to
of the
tell
time,
you
they're
that I've missed so many assignments where you don't know that there was an assignment. And then 2 weeks later they say, okay, yep, the marks are out. And half the people are like, what the fuck? There's an assignment for this class.
Exactly. And it's one of those things where it's just like, sorry, guy. You know what I mean? If you don't come, you don't come.
It's literally, sorry, guy.
And so I think one of the things about universities, it can be a great time if you actually put in the effort. You know what I mean? You talk to people, you make friends with people, you don't kind of shy away. And look, if you are a shy person, I don't know, read a book or something. You know, read how to
or just get out of your comfort zone. Get out of your comfort zone. As much as it might hurt, you know, it will be worth it.
Pay dividends, bro.
It will pay fucking fat dividends.
Anyway, something I was trying to circle onto, and then in our typical fashion, we just started talking about something else completely.
Yeah, was it going for a walk with dementia? That's our podcast.
Yes, sir. I'm curious to get your opinion on this. This is kind of on the similar trend we were talking about earlier, which is capitalism versus doing the right thing.
Oh, yeah?
What is your opinion on people buying other people's discographies?
Discography? What does that mean?
Essentially, it's the songs or the albums or something of a particular artist. So a famous example is Justin Bieber's manager, Scooter Braun, owns Taylor Swift's discography. So he essentially owns all those songs. So or I think the way it works, I don't know if she gets paid revenue or the people, like royalties, or if the people who own it get paid royalties.
Yep.
But it's essentially like an investment. You buy it because you're like, well, people are going to keep streaming this, which means I'm going to get money from the streams. And if someone wants to use Shake It Off in a fucking Disney movie, they have to pay me $100K. But so people get really annoyed because the label, because usually the deal works when you sign with the label is that they own your shit.
Yep.
And you might be able to buy your shit after a while, but like for the most part, that's how labels make their money.
Yep.
And so he bought it as an investment off these people, and people were like giving him mad shit. And I'm curious because I understand that she would be pissed off because she wants to like own her own shit. But
you can't own your own shit and also sell it.
That's what I'm saying. If he
just don't sell it.
If he paid 40 mil, well, and I think the way that they say it is like most of these artists are young and impressionable when they get in.
So she sees a 40 mil and she's like, yeah, fucking oath, I'm going to take it.
No, but I don't even think she see. It's not 40 mil. It's like, imagine investing in one of these like shitty coins at like 0.0001 cent.
So at the time, it was worthless.
Yeah, well, because you got a big risk. And like I even from that standpoint, where they're saying, well, you know, the label paid her on the first deal, you know, $500, and they get her album. I still kind of think like, yeah, but you know how many people who don't blow up and become Taylor Swifters?
Yeah, so
like they got to hedge their bets, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he's made so many bad bets to get this one good bet.
It's the thing you were talking about, the VC strategy.
The VC business model. Where you have a million losses and one massive success.
That carries out, negates all of the fucking losses, puts you in a fucking great situation. And I'm just, I'm kind of like, I don't know if I actually see this as super fucking unethical. Like, people talking about him like he's the most horrible fucking guy because of it. But it's like, bro, it's a business move.
It depends on how it is.
So I think that there's kind of it's very hard to find fair business people, but I think that fair business is a really important thing. So it's one thing to make a profit margin that's obscenely high because the other people don't know how valuable their shit is. So it's like you buying Taylor Swift's album, which is fairly marketed at around, let's say, $10,000, and you bought it at $10. Say the equivalent is like $1 million.
Sure.
But it's actually worth $100 million. And she's just never seen $1 million in her life. That's bad business. If it's fairly worth $100 million and it's a big risk, and you can pay her $10 million or $100 or $60 million,
But it's not worth anything.
I know. I'm just giving hypothetical numbers here, but it's got a market value because of the potential for it to explode. So if you give her a fair amount for the potential it's got, a fair market price which guarantees everyone profit, that's fair.
Yeah, I don't know.
But if you're
kind of
giving her a
disagree, I'm
shitty
not gonna
deal,
lie.
if you're trying to screw her over, then it's bad business.
But what is trying to screw her over?
As in just going out to every artist and giving everyone a shitty deal and hoping someone will accept
But
it.
if you literally say, I like, it's not even 1 out of 10. It might be 1 out of 100,000.
A shitty deal is
do
like
well.
fucking, what's that comedian's name who got fucked by the TV shows and just
Dave
recently
Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle.
He didn't get a shitty deal.
What was his deal that he got out of?
No, like I understand he wants to have rights over his own shit, and he like is sick of other people profiting off his stuff. But he got offered like 40 M's back in the fucking 90s, but he didn't want to take it because he was feeling like he was getting pimped out by Hollywood. Like, you have to understand, when you're a rookie in the NBA, it doesn't matter if you're going to bring in 200 million to the fucking team. You're only getting paid 100 because you might break your ankle and not be able to play for a year, and suddenly attendance is down. Like
So you get paid based on the percentage that you attend?
No, it's not. You get paid. So some sports like NFL, you have no guaranteed contracts, right? So like you might have a $10 million contract, but if you only play one game, you're not getting 10 mil. You're getting whatever proportion it is. In the NBA, it's all guarantee shit. So if you sign for fucking 2 mil, you'll get 2 mil, even if you don't play a game. But as a result, they're not going to give you 40 M's right off the bat.
Yeah.
Because if you get injured and your star power dwindles away, then suddenly they've made a bad investment. And I do understand. I understand the frustration from someone, but like, you got to understand it's a business. And like, if it wasn't for companies being able to make money off NBA players, NBA players would make fucking no money.
Yeah, look, I know what you're saying, but there's good business and there's bad business.
But again,
There's
like
there's a
your
very, very
example
clear
with
line.
the 100 mil, it's not clear.
There is a clear line.
It's not clear at all. Your example with the 100 mil, Taylor Swift's album's not worth anything.
No, dude, having potential is valuable.
No, but you don't know what. There's no such thing as potential.
Of course there is.
No one's even heard of it.
Doesn't matter. It's got potential.
What's the potential? Try.
It's got the 1 in 1,000 chance to pop off. Which
But even if it
out
pops
of every
off, what does that
1,000, well, then now it's going to worth a lot of money.
Yeah, but what number? That's what I'm saying. There's
Okay,
no
so-
way
okay,
of
well,
actually.
I don't know the number, but just because I don't know it doesn't mean there isn't a number.
But you're saying that they're actually.
There's a
they're
lot of
creating
potential
A
in
quantitative.
these,
You're saying that even 1 in 1,000 is crazy. Like,
Yeah.
you got to think about all the fucking talented singers.
Yeah.
That are just stuck singing at cafes.
It's
and
crazy.
shit.
No, it's crazy.
But that's my point. Like, they're taking such a big risk giving you any money, and people are talking about like.
if risk adjusted, it's a good deal. That's all I'm saying. If it's a good deal, risk adjusted, then it's fine. But if you're giving people shitty deals, even after it's risk adjusted, it's a shitty deal, and you're trying to find people who are dumb enough to accept it, then that's bad business. It's that clear.
What's risk judgment?
So
What-
okay,
what's-
I'm assuming that they're not just fucking closing their eyes and finding people to like they're just throwing darts. They've got models to find out what's a valuable investment.
But talent doesn't like. You look at Ben Affleck.
Yeah,
He's not the most talented actor. A lot of people would say
it's
he's
not
a pretty
about
shit
talent. It's
actor.
about we'll see how much the audience likes him, how much what he's doing so far, and like they try to like they make a judgment.
No, but that's my point. Like, talent isn't just enough. Like, talent isn't enough to guarantee a success. So my point is like, if everything is relatively not a hit or a miss, but like there is elements of luck to it, or like really good marketing or something like that. If you're trying to get someone in at the entry, and like here's the thing, in the second album, people always make their money. No one makes their money from the first album. Just like in the NBA, no one makes their money from the first fucking deal. To make it in the second deal where they've just played 3 years for 2 M's a year or something like that, and then the next year suddenly they're getting 25.
Yeah, sure. Well, then that's fine. If that's the norm of the business, I think also it's how much work are you doing as the star, and how much work is everything else doing. So if you sign a record with a record producer and he's doing the marketing, he's doing the ad campaign, he's bringing the hype, he's doing the merch, he's doing the concerts, he's organizing all this shit. All you need to do is show up and look pretty and perform. Well, then obviously he needs to have a bigger cut. So it all depends. And then, but on the other way around, if all they're doing is just backing your label, and then you have to do the marketing, you have to do all the shows, you have to hire your own team to do that, well, then you should give a much bigger cut. So there's so many factors involved.
I know, but
to
to
what
be
makes
honest
it a
with you,
good
I
deal.
think if you're stupid enough to fucking sign an agreement, I kind of don't care.
If you're what?
If you're signing something that you think you're getting scalped by, but you're at that moment, you're like, oh, that's amazing. It's like, I don't want to hear later on that you feel like you're fucking scammed.
What if they did get scammed? People get scammed.
You signed it.
What?
You
People
signed
get
the deal.
scammed though.
But okay, what is scamming? If you get $1 million, but it made $100 million, that
Yeah.
just means that the
That's
person
not a
has
scam.
great talent to scout.
That by the way is not definition of a scam. I'm trying to say is if you had something which at the time was valued at $1 million and someone gave you $1,000, then and he knowingly gave you $1,000, well then that's bad business.
But if you take it, what's the deal?
Well, you've just gotten scammed.
No, but that's my
Straight,
point.
it's fair and simple. You got scammed, and there's a system there for you to try to get your money back.
Also, there's
a legal system for you to be able to get it back.
Why?
For this exact reason.
Why?
What do you mean?
Why?
Just because there's a contract doesn't mean the contract's going to go through. Like there's so many other factors that they can look at, try to reverse the deal. There's so many things. Like just because the contract is signed doesn't mean that it's set in concrete. Nothing you can do about it.
I don't like that.
Well,
I
then-
think if you're a retard, you shouldn't be able to just like say, "Oh, well, it made more money than I thought it was, so therefore I'm going to do it." If you got fairly,
It's not about making more money. If the buyer has proof that it was a good deal, then he'll be fine.
what do you mean proof that it's a good deal? There's no such thing as good or bad deal. It's such a
Happens all
great
the time,
thing.
man. Happens all the time.
What?
They have their reasons
What
for why
example?
it's valued. So many times, bro. Think about all these venture capital schemes, like with the Facebook ton, where the guy thought he was getting a good deal when he sold it, but turns out the company exploded and he got a shit deal. There's so many times where this happens, where they sue back and they say, "Look, you misled me to think that it was worth $1,000 when it was worth $1 million. Can you give me your reasoning for why it's $1,000?" And the guy looked at him blank faced, because he knew he was scamming him. He just tricked him out of his word. But when they redid it, they reconstructed the transaction. He got the full money back.
So, I hate
Happens-
that.
no.
I hope he loses all his money for being
Bro,
a retard.
good business is the way of life.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. Win-win is possible, and win-win should be the main focus point of every single transaction or every single conversation. Even
I'm not saying win-lose should be the transaction, but if your goal is to better your company, and someone is willing to sell something, if someone's willing to sell a Toyota 80, what's the car you like? If someone's willing to sell one of those old Mustangs, right, for cheap, are you going to look at him and say, "Oh, well, actually, the market value is this, so therefore I'm not going to do it"?
No,
Fucking bullshit.
I'm not sitting there looking like, "Oh, I'm going to scam the fuck out of this guy." No,
If you're,
I'm what?
you're a fucking bullshit, and I
Why?
just realized why. Hey, let's imagine we have video on the podcast now. This is Basil's Facebook Marketplace transactions with every person. Something listed at fucking $200. Hey, can you do it for 50? Fucking every single time. You're the guy you're talking about.
Negotiating,
Bro,
a deal,
I didn't know you were a fucking self-loathing person, and that's why
it doesn't work like that. Okay,
It
if someone
does.
knows
It's
what the
exactly-
market price is and
Yo.
has listed it for cheap,
Roll it back to someone saying, "Oh, I think it's worth more." We won't mention what it is,
Bro,
but
they're
your
completely
other
different, bro.
Baz, we won't mention what it is, but your other like business thing that you were looking at, right? Which is literally
reselling watches.
which is
Yeah.
literally involving finding shit for cheap and then selling it for high.
Oh, bro.
It's the
okay,
exact same thing.
Whoa. Okay, let me defend myself here. Firstly, there are circumstances and there are liquidity attached to every asset. So some assets, like a house, costs a lot more to sell than cash, which is
Right.
why it's risky to have it, because it could take you 6 months to sell it. Then when you do sell it, you need to wait a month for the money to come
Sure.
through. So people are willing to actually say, "I don't want to wait 6 months. I want the cash right now or in a month time. I'm willing to give you a 20% discount because I need the money right now. I don't have the time to do open houses and shit like that." That's what I was looking for.
You just said with the Mustang example that you would say, "Oh, how about I give you more money for the..."
No. So you say, okay, the fair value price of your house is $1 million. You know that. I know that. I'm not going to pay you more than 800, but I can pay you that now. And then you'll have it in your pocket in a month by the time the banks process their shit.
But you're putting
That
this
is
pressure
fair
on them. They
business.
feel like they don't get it.
No, it's a free market. You can choose to
But
engage
you're-
in this
again,
transaction or not.
Don't you see? I mean, and I think we've gone on this like long enough, so we'll wrap up here.
Yeah.
But like, do you not see that fair is so subjective? Because to them, if you paid them $1 million,
No, it's all about information. If they have the information
but
if they know why they're getting a bad deal, and I'm telling them, look, you can sell this for more if you had more
no
patience.
one's saying manipulate. No one's saying if you lie about details, you say, well, this is a problem. This is a problem. Obviously, that's fucking unfair. But if you buy something that you think has the opportunity to skyrocket, right, under your management, it's not unfair to give them money, and trying to get the cheapest price possible so you make the biggest return is what we do in the stock market every day.
That's fine. It's all about how it's phrased and what the information is. So if they know, look, okay, it's worth $1 million, but I need the money, so I'm willing to take the discount, fair business. If you go in there saying this house is actually only worth
saying that's actually worth $20,000.
This house is only worth $400,000. You're lucky that I'm even giving you 800. Well, that's when you're starting to cross to the other area.
But no one's saying that. Like with
Yeah,
the
well, that's what
music
I'm trying to say.
example, people, it's not that this is only worth this, so you're lucky we get this. It's like, we're willing to pay this for you because in our brain, we think like, all right, we'll give them $1,000 or whatever the fuck it is. Right. They can use that. And now we've funded their thing for an agreed amount percentage.
Yeah.
And as a result, we're making money. Like the fucking investment capital thing. If you're, I don't know, I think handing over possession, if you can get fooled so easy, I think it's kind of on you, personally.
No.
I think it's silly.
People fall for shit. And
I know, and I think those people should be
a
punished.
worse example.
Why are we reversing Darwinism, bruv? Let the weak fucking die.
No, because there shouldn't be too much incentives for you to be bad.
What do you mean?
There shouldn't be incentive. Like, okay, well then it's like, okay, well then where do you draw the line? Is insider trading fine? Because you're just better with, you just have more connections.
But it's not the same thing.
Why?
Because one thing is you saying, I think this is I think I can get this deal.
Yeah.
Right? And someone agreeing to sign it over. And the other thing is
Yeah.
you providing information that no one else has access to.
Well, either way, it's the same thing, which is you both don't have the full information. You
It's
have
not
the full information. It's asymmetric information. That's
But
the
Baz,
perfect way
if
to
you
put it.
own a watch, like, think about it this way. If you own a collectible, like remember there's like Ushi things?
Yeah.
So for people who don't know, there's a place called Woolworths, which is like a grocery store, and they were giving out these little collectible things, right?
Yeah. Or
And
she's
someone was paying
like 5K or something.
yeah, some ridiculous
For a
amount
rare
of them.
one, like a 1
And
in 20, I think.
Yeah, and let's say you
Australia.
talk to someone and you're like, oh, you've got that shit, can I give you a fucking $5 for it? Or something. And they say, yeah, sure, and give it to you. I don't think you've fucking scammed the person because the person had no idea of its value and they decide to do that. Like, if you're going into business with someone, you should have information. And if you don't, like, people don't say, okay, the other team of the basketball game is going to start with 20 more points because they didn't do their training this week and therefore they're playing bad today. Like, I don't know, if you come to the party, like, badly dressed, you shouldn't get the fucking hot girl. You know what I mean?
Sure. I get what you're saying. But at the end of the day, I think that
capitalism doesn't work if you can't take risks and fucking try and profit off people
but
who are selling things for
vice
cheap.
versa. Capitalism doesn't work is if you just let it be 100% free.
No, I agree.
So it doesn't work either way. So there needs to be a middle ground. I think the middle ground is, okay, if you get scammed in the Ushi because you didn't do your own research, okay, well that fucking sucks. And, there's nothing we can do about
What's
it.
the difference between that and the VC thing?
But if if someone's bribed your lawyer to tell you fake advice so that you can do this deal so he can get
that's so, yeah.
So there's a line somewhere in there where you say, okay, this is bad business and it's illegal, and this is good business and that's fine. And this is like, we don't like that you're tricking people and giving them $5 for something that's worth $5,000. But at the end of the day, it's a fair transaction.
I don't even
You didn't do your research.
Yeah.
And he didn't, he didn't do his research. So it's, I mean,
I don't even think it's tricking. I think it's like, this man just has it there. And if you offer him $5 for something he knows worth $5,000, he's going to say nothing to you. Like, you're not tricking someone. He's just uninformed about something you're informed about.
Yeah,
it's
true.
like, imagine.
I mean, how many people got the $5,000 one and it's just sitting on their kid's pen?
Oh, exactly.
Yeah.
And they have no idea.
I think probably 15 of them are. I mean, how many people actually give that much of a shit? They probably just thought it was just any other one.
Imagine that being that kind of guy who pays $5,000 for a little squishy thing that's given out free at Woolworths.
Dude, some people fucking have way too much money.
What do you
They
think
want to
about
do with it.
collecting?
I'm not a fan. There's some things I like collecting. And
Okay, this is what I should say. When I mean collecting, I don't mean having multiple things. So I understand, like, people might have suits,
Yeah.
but you wear a suit. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So if you're wearing a suit every day and you've got fucking 10 suits, it's not as big a deal to me. Or if you have a bunch of sneakers, but you've used them all, I think that's great.
Yeah.
But there are people who buy stuff just to leave it there.
Yeah. I also don't like clutter.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
really don't
It feels like
clutter.
hoarding to me.
So if you have a bunch of fucking shit everywhere, if you have a really nice cabinet with all your fucking favorite watches, love it. If you have a cabinet with all your favorite sneakers and some of them are signed by Kobe or whatever, more than happy for you to have that.
I understand that because to me, if you're running in a shoe which was signed by Kobe, that's kind of disrespectful. But like, because it's...
Is it?
Yeah, because it's like wearing a fucking jersey that was signed by Mike. It's like, why are you getting your sweat on that shit, bro?
Is it actually disrespectful? What if you just like Mike?
It's just first of all, a bit sus.
Great movie.
Yeah, it is a great movie.
Great movie.
Old school, throwback to like Mike.
Yeah, but what if you just wanted
it's
to
a
roll like
collectible
Mike?
item, you know what I mean? Like, to me.
Yeah.
Whereas, and look, maybe this is my bias and that's where my particular argument falls. But yeah, when you see the people who like buy the new Jordans or whatever and they keep them in the same fucking box and they've literally just got a wall full of boxes and it's all pristine and shit like that.
Oh,
That shit,
man.
I'm like, bruv, I want to fucking.
But
neck
what if they're
myself.
doing it for investment purposes, knowing that in 30 years it's going to be worth 20 times more?
I think those people are talking shit. I'm not gonna lie.
But if they were true, like, what if they had their reasons?
I
Is
no,
that more okay?
I understand what you're saying.
And you need to keep it in mid condition, otherwise it loses value. Like, okay, what do you think about the guy that collected all these Pokemon cards in the 90s, did not open any of the packets because he wanted them to be in pristine condition, and then now, but at the time, would you be like, oh, you're a fucking retard?
I would still think that if he said to me like, oh yeah, like if he said to me now,
These are going to be worth millions in the future.
I'd say he's talking shit.
Yeah, which they are now.
No, I would still say that right now.
No. So in the 90s, this guy's buying all these first edition packs. He's like, I don't want to open them. I just like collecting them. And he bought hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and did not open a single one of them.
Yeah. Okay. So let me
Exactly
let
what
me
he's
let me
doing now
explain.
with,
So a lot of people have different things,
Yeah.
different perspectives on this particular thing, which I guess I'm curious to see what your perspective is.
Yeah.
I'm not someone who gives a fuck about random chance things. I care about things that are repeatable. So what I mean by this is, if you go to the pokies or the poker machines to other people and you do the fucking 1 cent bet 3 times and you manage to win a K, I don't want you to tell me that that's a legit investment strategy until you've been able to do it 30 times. You know what I mean? With repeatability. Because if in the next 30 times, suddenly you lose all your money, I don't want to fucking hear about it. You know what I mean? And it's fine. Like, people can make their money. The reality is, props to you for making money however you want to do it. But that's what I've kind of noticed with the Bitcoin culture. Like, a lot of times...
Well, we're not talking about making money. We're talking about collecting here. But he's just collecting for investment
No,
purposes.
but he's saying it's for investment purposes.
Yeah.
No, but that's my point. Like,
So
to me, it doesn't
whether
matter.
you're convinced of it.
No.
It's
but
not,
just-
it's not the question.
No, but
'Cause
you
it's
just
not
said
about
it. Yeah, you
convincing
did.
you.
Because you said it was, what's your opinion?
Yeah, but the whole idea is not collecting for the sake of it. He's collecting for an investment purpose.
But that's my point.
And he doesn't even bother giving you the pitch. He's like, it's just for, like, what do you think about that versus the other? Or indifferent. You have to be sold on it, is what you're saying.
No, I think it's stupider for investment purposes.
Easy. So either way is the same.
No, I think it's stupider for investment
Stupider?
purposes. Yes.
Why?
Because I think if you're collecting something you like, at least it's a passion.
Yeah.
I think people who are saying this is going to be worth $1 million in the future with no reasoning are retards. Because the reality is a limit of supply doesn't mean anything if there's no demand. So
But you
like
don't know where the
I
demand is gonna
don't
be.
think I
And
know
there's
but
always going to be demand on Jordans. It's always going to be.
why?
Because they're a fucking really good shoe.
What do you mean?
Fucking,
How many do you own?
I don't know. I don't know
Exactly.
enough, but it's a very, very popular shoe.
I know, but he's also
I don't see
he
it going
only
away.
played in the fucking 90s.
So you think the demand is going to go down for Jordans?
No, I'm not saying, but I don't know
gets
if
more
the
and
demand's
more
going to be the same in 100 years. Because the actual player, you got to understand, that he only retired maybe 20 years ago, which might seem a long time for us, but there are still plenty of people. There are people who saw him play who are just starting to get legit money, who are willing to pay. And the key thing to realize is the new releases, like the Jordan 26 or whatever the fuck it is, no one gives a fuck about.
It's all about the ones and the twos.
Yeah, the ones, twos, the fucking, like,
How much are a pair of Jordan 1s?
I think the OG Jordan 1s, which is the red, white, and black, I think you go for about 700 USD.
That's actually not bad.
Yeah,
Not
but then
crazy.
you've got like,
Do people wear them?
if
Is
I
it
had them, I'd wear
disrespectful
them.
to wear them?
If I had them, I'd wear them straight away.
Sheesh.
No, people do wear. It just depends the kind of person. So again, like the idea, I'm going to have it for investment purpose. Like, all right, what does that mean? Is it going to go up 7% per annum? Is it going to go up? Like, what if it goes up 50% over the space of 50 years?
Yeah.
Then suddenly it's shit return. Like that. The reason why I dislike it is because the people can never. And this is why the reason why I related to like coins and shit like that is people might make short term money and that's fantastic for them. But when they're talking about this is a great like marketing strategy or this great investment strategy, sorry.
Yeah.
Like
If
if you can't say where you think it's going to be,
Yeah.
because like someone invested in Ethereum in 2017 or I don't know, whenever it was like a few dollars, right? And now it's like 2.5K or whatever the fuck it is, right?
Yeah.
They're making a lot of money and that's fantastic for them. But there's no way that person says, oh yeah, it's going to be worth approximately this amount.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying they can do it for stocks. People fuck up stock picking all the time.
All the time.
But I just feel like with crazy volatile things or like kind of jokey things like Dogecoin and Pokemon cards and stuff like that, it's like there's no way to actually foreshadow, like to know for sure in the future. It's kind of like you're having a guess. And if you're just collecting everything that might be worth something in the future, are you collecting every single fucking toy franchise, every Lego set? Like,
it's such a fucking dilemma how to do that stuff.
do you know what I mean? Do you have a
It's fucked.
separate house just to like store all your mint condition boxes? That's why I think if you're collecting it for fun,
Warehouse. Do you have a warehouse?
yeah, if you're collecting for fun, like, I think it's weird because I don't like hoarding kind of shit.
Yeah.
And I hate people who fucking have stuff and don't use it. So if you have 20 watches, but you cycle through them all the time,
Yeah.
that's great to me.
But
Like,
what if you
fucking
have
props
them
to you.
because you like they're just classic watches, like the first Rolex Submariner or like which
That's an ugly watch, bro.
yeah, but well, it's not. He doesn't like it. He just knows that that it's very popular, so he knows that it's going to go up in value, and it's been around since the 1800s. Most likely, it's not going to be gone for the next few hundred years.
I think maybe if you had it like a piece of art, kind of like, you know, people buy fucking Velociraptor skulls or something like
Yeah,
that.
and he never won it. Never wears it ever. It's in a safe. He does it. Can't even remember how it looks like, and he's got 20 of them.
Yeah, I hate that. I
Why?
hate it.
Okay, okay. How do you feel about someone with gold in that exact same safe? Block of gold.
I think it's more cool.
So what's the difference? It's the same.
What do you
thing,
mean?
Same
Because
value.
because there's charted fucking. First of all, gold far more liquid. Yeah, even if it is a
Yeah,
block,
sure,
it's still
sure, yeah.
far more liquid,
Yeah.
right? There's also a proven track record of 2,000 years of people using it as a currency.
Man,
Whereas
there's track record of 200 years of this other one
exactly
being traded.
200 years.
It's still a humongous track record.
That's not at all.
200 years.
Okay, Baz, 200 years. First of all, you can't really even count the 1800s because there were 3 guys that had them.
Yeah.
Let's not fucking chat shit, you know. He's like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, Ford Motor's been around for 100 years, so guess what? It's like, no, bruv, 3 people had fucking cars,
Yeah.
100
Yeah,
years
true,
ago.
true.
But anyway, my point is like, I don't know. If you're having an investment strategy, if your investment strategy is just like, I don't know what's going to happen, it is what it is, then it's like, all right, fine. But if you're like, yo, this is going to do this amount, and you have no way of knowing, like people just say to the moon,
Yeah.
and they just expect it to fucking
Dude, some
500%.
of the white sheets, like the sheets that like convince you to buy a Dogecoin or one of those coins.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're so fucking funny.
Yeah.
I remember one that was just like, buckle your belt, bring your wife's boyfriend over because you're gonna need to use his wallet for a second.
Bro, and they're so serious.
Yeah,
It's
they're
hilarious.
so serious, man.
like,
Those people should get a job as some sort of like ghostwriter or something, because they know how to fucking write a compelling pitch.
yeah.
It's like, why are you like, pitching such a dodgy fucking product?
Oh, yeah, exactly. And they're just like, nah, look, if it just gets to 5 cents, it's like, why does it get to 5 cents? Unless this is an orchestrated pump and dump, why is it going from 0.0001% to 5 cents? Why are you throwing out this random number? They're literally just saying, all right,
man.
what's 600 times?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? 600x. Okay, here we go. If it just gets to this much.
Dude, do you remember when we were at Macca's and we had the Excel sheet and we were like, oh, what if we
this
did?
is so funny. What
Yeah,
was it
what
for? It's for the flower business, yeah?
Oh, it was either for the flower business or for some other one, and we were just like slowly
So,
upping
yeah,
the sales.
we-
Like, what if we expanded that 12%,
To give
14%?
context, essentially what happened was me and Baz back in the day.
Yeah.
It's so funny that we came to this solution. We literally said like, yo, I don't think flower delivery services are good. And if they are, you know, you have to call up like a florist, you know, you have to hope
Yeah,
they can
it
do
sucks.
it. They always like shit and stuff. So what if we make this sick website? And then our research to see if there was any competition, which by the way, later found out there's definitely some fucking competition.
Yeah.
But at the time we just clicked on the top 3 links and they just had all that
They were all
shitty
shit.
website.
They were all shit.
So we're like, yo, let's do it. But the issue was, like, we got stuck on making the website, I'm not going to lie.
yeah.
But also, we have no connection with anyone who has fucking flowers. But
Yeah.
the funniest thing was, we were literally in a McDonald's, like, Baz had his laptop out showing us, like, an Excel, and we had, like, this primitive business model. I'm like, yo, if we just sell, you know, 3,000, like, you know, I think at first it was, like, realistic things, like, all right, so if we start at, like, 5 flowers a week or something like that, and it's, like, you know, some shitty amount of money or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
And then like, yo, what if in a year we were able to like, you know, 100 times our business, so we're selling like 500 flowers a week, and
Which
we're
is
like,
also
oh, that's
realistic.
kind of cool.
Yeah, realistic. Like, and
Then
then I
we started
remember
going,
you were like,
like-
how about we just do 50,000?
No, I'm just like, yo, wait, what would happen if we were like got big? You know what I mean? And then we start just putting in this number, and we're getting so excited. I don't know if you guys have ever used like compound interest calculators, but it's kind of
Yeah,
like when
it's
you
fucked.
get it in, and you're saying, what if I had a starting investment of $10,000 and I'm investing $5,000 every month at a
Yeah.
compound rate of 15% over 30 years? You're like, yo, I'm gonna be a millionaire. And then
It's
you're like,
fucked.
geez, bro, I don't know what the fuck's going on there.
Yeah, man. It's
Doesn't
absolutely fucked.
really make any sense.
But those were the funny times, bro. Those were the funny fucking memories.
Yeah, exactly.
Classic Macca's, man. Classic
Fucking
Macca's
Macca's.
business models.
Jeez. Yo, we got some fan stories.
Oh, yeah?
We actually have 2 fans who sent in some stories. So
Yep.
shout out to Tom Smith, the guy who's helped us edit
Oh,
some
Thomas.
TikToks before.
Yeah, yeah.
And Nate.
Hey, Nate.
Or Nathaniel. So I'll start with Nathaniel.
Yeah.
He says, yo, I won't be listening for a while because I'm in trouble with my school. I'm like, this is going to be good.
Really? Okay.
He says, me and my buddies were fucking around after school trying to knock food out of a vending machine by ramming into it.
Fair
and
enough.
apparently it hadn't been welded together properly and
Oh,
the back
man.
panel became slightly loose.
Yeah.
It wasn't loose enough to get in, so someone pulled on it a couple times until it was a big enough hole to steal shit. We basically stole like $50 worth of stuff and told no one. The next day, nothing happened. But the day after that, today, one of us pulled it off again and there was a giant gap. He gets called into the discipline office and rats out
The whole team, I assume?
this annoying cunt who showed the hole. Okay, and rats out this annoying cunt who showed a bunch of people the hole. The cunt rats him out and he get yelled at the most because he was in uniform. So I guess he was in uniform, whereas like most of other people weren't in uniform. Or something like that.
okay,
So he's
yeah.
like
So he's Aussie, I
bringing
assume.
down the name for the school or whatever.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah, I don't know. And his hair's too long, apparently. So he's getting in trouble for that. So maybe
fuck.
we're talking about a private school boy. I'm not sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Basically, he all got one day suspensions and were on probation. But the worst thing is his parents is going to crucify him in about half an hour.
Dude, don't worry, man.
The funniest thing was talking to him in the time when his parents didn't know yet.
Oh, yeah?
Because he's like shitting himself the entire time.
Dude, legit, those things, like suspensions feel so fucking huge when you're in year 11 or year 10 or whatever.
Yeah,
But
100.
literally, as soon as you graduate, no one gives a fuck. They're not kept on your record. They're not kept, unless you do a crime, it's not on your record. No one cares about your school record. Like,
Yeah.
literally, no one gives a fuck. So you're literally living consequence free.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, exactly. And then anyway, Tom's story. He shoots us a message
Yeah.
saying, "Hey boys, I got home early because I dislocated my shoulder." And I was
Oh.
like, "Wait, what? How did that happen?" And he said, "So dumb. We were doing a load to the tip, and the last thing we had to throw was a calculator.
Oh,
so
yeah?
I decided to give it a good fucking throw. But I guess it was so light, and because I threw it so hard, I just threw my shoulder out." So he's got this light ass fucking thing, and he's just pinged it.
Oh,
but
man.
it's so light, and he's thrown with such force that he's just thrown his fucking shoulder out of the socket. Right?
That's so funny. What the hell?
He then says, "It was dislocated for 10 hours while me and the medic were trying to get it back in. He was on 2 green whistles, 2
Jeez.
painkillers, and a mile of..."
Wait, what's a green whistle?
I think it's like...
Is that one of the things you put in your mouth and it like?
Yeah,
knocks
it's an
pain?
opioid thing that's meant to like make you
Lol.
fucking high.
That's
Anyway,
so
so
funny.
2 green whistles, 2 green whistles, 2 painkillers, and a vial of morphine that didn't really affect him.
Jeez.
And it wasn't enough for the pain. He eventually then had to drive 5 hours to the hospital, and there the doctor gave him NANGs. For people who don't know, like it's nitrous oxide essentially,
Yeah.
but it's like hospitalized version, not the NANGs you would know on the street.
yeah.
He blew into the tube and fucking put me in a place, and I didn't feel a thing. I put it back in place, and I didn't feel a thing. He didn't have accommodation, so he had to sleep in his boss's car until the next day and then fly out.
Jesus fucking Christ. What a
Fucking
story,
hell.
Tom.
Bro,
what a
it's
fucking
so...
story.
I mean, look, Tomo, get better soon, mate.
Tom versus calculator.
I think he's answer right now, but fuck, it is
That's
such a thing
hilarious.
that would happen. You know what I mean? You're like, yo, I'm gonna fucking ping this,
Bro, fuck
Boom,
this
boom.
calculator.
and then your shoulder gets thrown out. I was like, oh, for fuck's sake, guys.
That shit's too. Thanks for sending those fucking stories in. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, we want to get more stories like that fucking
Yes, sir.
coming through.
yo, talking about. Oh, we were talking about something today, actually.
Yeah.
I showed you a video before this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let's do
with the
yoga.
yoga. Yeah, the
Now,
yoga.
I was watching a podcast.
Yeah.
I think it's called the What's Good podcast with one guy from the Sidemen, Simon, and his mate Randolph, who's like the rapper guy at KSI, whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, they were talking about this phenomenon that was happening in the streaming world, which is I don't know if you know about this, hot tub streams.
I've heard of it, kind of. Explain it to me.
It's essentially just in Twitch.
Mm.
These girls they found a way to be as nude as possible without breaking guidelines.
Yeah.
And they're essentially just streaming themselves in hot tubs. So bikinis and stuff like that. I think they're doing fuck all and they're just making bank.
Really?
Because people just keep
'Cause
sending
it's just
them
like a
tips
thirst
and
trap.
shit like that. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And they're just making mad money, right?
Okay.
And so the guy Randolph, he says, yeah, but you know what the YouTube version is? And they're all like, what? And he's like, nude yoga. And so at first I'm thinking like, what does that mean? Like, is that a... Because, you know,
Are there a lot of channels that do nude yoga?
well, what I do is I start Googling it. And I'm like, oh, YouTubing it. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like, because you'd think it's not what it sounds.
Yeah.
Turns out it is. It's just straight up naked fucking people
Bro,
doing yoga.
it is
Tits
fucked.
out, pussy out, ass out.
And the thing is, our one started off clothes, and then the girl did the very, very porn star-esque. All right, ladies, ready to get comfortable?
Ready to get into something more comfortable. And they've got that like kind of 80s porn star music. You know what I mean? At the end, you didn't even see this part. They had like an interview and they're like, yeah, I just feel really like flexible and stretched out. And I'm like, you did not say stretched out right there.
Oh,
Fuck off.
my God.
And it's just them legitimately doing yoga.
Bro, I'm so pro that. I'm so pro free the nipple.
Bro, how funny is it, right? That there's something about, especially when you were a kid, finding porn in places where there shouldn't be porn.
Yeah, dude. Like
You
the
know what I
hidden
mean?
nipple in the movie.
Yeah, or like you're playing a video game and there's a sex scene.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck's happening
Bro,
right now?
Mia from Need for Speed. She was my bae.
Was there a porn star?
No, Mia,
porn
not
scene?
Mia Khalifa. Mia from Need for Speed, Most Wanted.
Oh
Yeah, the one that like guided
No, but I'm
you
talking
through
about you're
the
playing
stuff.
God of War and then Kratos starts fucking a bitch on screen. And you're
Oh,
like, wait, what?
okay, yeah, fair enough.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it just happened. But yeah, how funny is that shit that like, it still persists to this day. I found this thing on YouTube and I'm like, that is so fucking funny.
And it becomes hotter than something that's intentionally sexual.
Yeah,
Like
exactly. Because you've like stumbled across it.
Yeah,
what I
you
mean?
stumbled across it. It's like a hidden like lake, you know, in
Do
the
you know
middle
what
of
it is?
the. It's like a little nice little nature spot
Yo,
in the
if
middle
you
of.
come across a girl bathing in a lake,
Come across her.
like
come
on
across
her
her body.
chest. No, if you stumble across her
Yeah.
and fall in her.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, is that like, if she's in a public place, is it like sexual assault to look, or is it sexual assault on her behalf for being naked?
It's on her behalf. You can't just be naked.
So you could just be like fucking just looking, having a like, you could be licking your lips and shit, you know what I mean? Maybe
no.
like, don't
I
be naked in public then,
Yeah,
bitch.
I don't.
Like,
I don't think
how
that's.
does that work?
I have no idea, man. I think. So I'm so pro people being naked as long as it's hot chicks.
Yeah.
But the thing is, we can't just open the floodgates.
I know, that's the thing. Because then, like,
Hot chicks aren't a high percentage of humanity.
yeah, let's be real. If you can say everyone can walk naked tomorrow, it's mostly going to be like
Old
gross
people.
guys.
Old people, whether girls or guys.
I think it's going to be mainly blokes.
You
If
reckon?
you go, well, the
Blokes
thing is,
with
I've
their
never
dicks
been to a nude beach, so all I've heard is like people talking about them.
Mostly dudes.
Apparently, it's all just guys.
Oh my!
I don't know.
God.
Maybe that's wrong, but
Yeah, fuck that. Anyway, bro.
cringe, innit?
Huh?
It's just cringe. Like, do you want to see that shit?
Yeah, I don't want to fucking see that. I mean, I would go. Would you go to a nude beach with your girl or without your girl?
I'm not going without my girl.
Oh, what? Okay.
Well, okay. Think about it this way: if you're gonna fuck on a beach,
Yeah.
sure, but like, are you just gonna go there by yourself?
I fucked on Manly.
Yeah, but are you gonna go there by yourself and hope that there's a hot girl?
Oh no!
And not just 40
yeah,
dicks.
Yeah.
What if you're lying down trying to tan or something
I
like
don't think
that?
people go to the nude beach to fuck
So what the fuck are you doing there? That's
Just-
why I'm confused.
because they're nudists.
No, that shit's goofy, bro.
Well,
Put some
have you done it
clothes like an
before?
adult, man.
Have you done it before?
No.
Yeah, well, you don't know.
Have you got fucked in the ass before? Don't
No.
answer that, bad. Don't answer that. Bro. What I realized is, this is completely off topic, but
Go
it
on.
is what it is.
Yeah.
Yo, last week I was talking about sometimes you just see people and you're like, yo, who the fuck is this person? Why do I give a shit? Like,
Yeah.
you might be following them on social media and you're just like, yo, I'm done
All
with
the
this
fucking
person.
time, bro.
Yeah,
All
and
the
you
time.
just unfollow them.
Yeah.
And it was so funny because right after I say that, literally a day or two after,
Yeah.
I'm on Instagram and I see some chick and she's just yapping on the fucking
Oh my
stories.
god,
And I'm
what
like,
was it about this time?
who the fuck knows? You know what I mean? It could have been
Yeah.
anything. Like, I don't know. But I was just like, yo, why the fuck do I follow her? And I click on her profile because I'm like, who is this? Who is this girl?
Yeah.
Click on it. Immediately saw why I follow her.
Oh.
Stayed following her because of that ass.
Oh, okay.
And it's so funny how
yeah.
you just like, yeah, no, I'll deal with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
there are certain people where it's just like, if someone's annoying but they're really funny,
Yeah.
or if a chick's annoying but she's fucking fit on Instagram, it's like, yeah, fuck it, I'll skip a few, like,
Yeah.
save the
But
pics.
the
or
thing
something
is,
like
okay,
that.
this is a very, very contentious topic. If someone is like a meme page and they post stuff about, say they post something about the Uyghurs, in China or something like that. Like if but their thing is not funny.
Uyghurs are the Yugoslavians.
So what if they try to go away from what their brand is? What are your thoughts on that?
Yo, people hate that.
I actually
People
don't like
hate
it either.
rebranding.
And I'm not saying, yeah, just because you're a hot chick doesn't mean you don't have a say on fucking Palestine or you don't have a say. But it's like, know what people follow you for. And remember that you have to run this like a business and not like your personal page. If this is a business, run it like a business. If it's a personal page, then feel free.
I think most of these thoughts are not business women. or
Yeah.
business. I don't know which one you
Yeah.
use. Like, but I don't think that.
Yeah.
Look, I could be wrong. There are definitely some girls who game the system. You look at Belle Delphine. She like you
She
might
treated it
dislike
like a
her.
business. And
She
she fucking made it.
gunned it, bro.
Yeah.
She was making bank, and I think she fell off now that she released the video. But she was probably making that money beforehand.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So like, I gotta throw props to her, but I don't think most people like her. She had a very analytical mindset. She fucking bought a dead octopus, and just did it because she knew that she would like enrage the internet, and there'd be a few kink boys who get onto her, and then everyone sees her. You know,
Wait, she bought a dead octopus?
did you not see this?
No.
Oh, bro, it's so funny. She bought a dead octopus, put like googly eyes on it.
Yeah.
And she did this whole video where she was saying like it was her best friend, and she like had a bath with it. She fucking like ate food with it, where she just like put the food on it.
A dead octopus, like a living octopus that was dead.
A real octopus.
What?
It wasn't even
we
like a
have to watch this after.
calamari. It was like a big one. You know
We
what I mean?
have to watch this after.
Bro,
What
it's
the
so funny.
fuck?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Oh yeah.
it's she did it because she knew that everyone would click on it. Because you hear girl plays with an octopus, and you're like, what the fuck is that? What do you mean? And then you click on it, and it's actually a girl playing on the octopus. And like, she's dressed. I don't know if you call it slutty. She's in that weird kind of quirky fucking pixie girl like attire.
Is she
or
just
whatever.
wearing clothes, or is she like in a bikini, or what?
I don't know, but like it might have been clothes, but you know, like a girl dressing up like fucking Little Red Riding Hood in a sexual tent.
Yeah.
Suddenly it's
Yeah.
sexy Little Red Riding Hood, not fucking Little Red Riding Hood.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
exactly.
So it might have been like that. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was.
I think I am. That's where. Are you annoyed at it? This is a very, very good question. Are you annoyed at it because you know that they're not maximizing their business, or are you annoyed at it because it's like you think they're outspoken?
No, I don't really get annoyed at it, but I do understand when people just say, "Yo, shut up for a sec." Like meme ones, I think I don't like it more because it's like, yo, your one thing is meant to be funny. You're meant to make us funny.
Yeah.
Whereas like, as much as we might say a hot chick's Instagram page is just meant to warm us up to go watch porn,
Yeah.
it's not actually, you know what I mean? Like,
I mean,
it is a living
depends.
person, you know what I mean? She's like, she's
but
got her own fucking
You're
things.
not your Instagram page. You are your own person, and you are entitled to have any belief you want as long as you live in a free country. You're entitled to any of the beliefs you want,
Yeah.
to say anything you want. I mean, within reason.
Yeah.
But this is not who you are. Don't mix up your Instagram page with who you are. Your Instagram page, if it's a business, it's a business.
Nah, but you might be saying like, yo, you're fucking up the bag. And I
Yeah.
get you saying like from an analytical side,
Well,
but
they might not care.
most people don't. I
Don't
don't think
view it
most
like
people are thinking it about
Yeah,
a
yeah.
business perspective.
And they're thinking
just
like, I
saying,
may as well. Like, it's like putting a gay flag outside of your bank. You may as well do it, right? You just show support and you keep
Yeah.
on doing your business.
but what I'm saying is, I think most of the guys complaining aren't saying you're fucking up the bag. They're saying, I only follow you because of tits.
Yeah.
And like, look, the reality is, she has the right to say, no, but I'm also a person.
Yeah.
It's like, you can
Of
do what you
course,
fucking
yeah,
want,
of
you know what I
course,
mean?
Of course.
But if you start posting photos of, I don't know, some fucking thing you're passionate about and no one gives a fuck about it, like, I don't think people can get, personally, I don't think people can get annoyed that you post something different.
Yeah.
I also don't think that you can get annoyed if it gets fucking no traction.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're playing
you know what?
in a
You
game.
worded it perfectly.
You worded it perfectly because at the end of the day, people follow you for a certain reason,
Yeah.
and whether you care about, like, whether you want to pursue that reason is completely up to your discretion.
Yeah. And look, a lot of people don't want to like think about themselves as a product.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? A lot of people find that like off-putting and shit.
I think that's why people like Belle Delphine who know it and maximize it, given the fact.
Yeah.
I think that's where the respect comes.
I think she also, it was easier for her because she's not that person. Like when you look at her, she's done a lot of podcasts and she was
I
actually
thought
really
you said that she was her.
no. Meaning, no. She's very aware of it.
Yeah.
She's
she
not.
said she
this-
loves that shit. Like, it's part of her.
No,
On impulsive.
she didn't say that she fucking wants to lick an octopus. She did it to explode up.
Yeah, maybe.
She did this fucking. She did one of those like OnlyFans videos where she got kidnapped in like a kind of cutesy dress, and people were saying that she was trying to propagate like child rape or something like that.
Jeez.
Now you can't really say it's child because just because she looks younger.
Isn't she like 28?
Oh, she's not fucking a kid.
Yeah,
but
she's
my
not
point is, she's wearing like a
mini
you know
skirt.
those dresses you see like. It's not even this. I don't know. She looks young. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
got like I think she's got the big eyes. She's got like a cute skirt on, but she looks like she could be a fucking 16-year-old, or she could be whatever 20-something she is.
Yeah.
But like the reality is, just because you look slightly young doesn't mean you're propagating child rape. But
Yeah,
it's definitely a rape fantasy because man takes her out of a boot with a fucking tied up hands and tied up legs. You know what I mean?
It's just crazy, bro.
So she does it to push buttons, but when you talk to her, or when you not talk to
she
her,
knows it. She's aware of what she's doing.
yo, she knows, and that's where like
that's fucking so much hustle.
I have so much
respect,
for it.
bro. So much.
Do you know what I also have respect for?
What?
The fact that Bollywood movies release the fight scenes that they do. Bruv, it's so funny.
What is gravity?
What is gravity?
What is physics?
Bro,
what is
this video-
anything that matters?
If you guys want a good laugh, go watch like Bollywood fight scene compilations.
Yeah.
Bro, there was one where guys like fucking doing bench press and like a bunch of other dudes in like G-string fucking things just walk up to him and like, I don't know what they say.
Pick it up with one hand and throw it
Yeah,
across the room.
exactly. And he'll just get like a 40-kilo dumbbell and use it like a boxing glove and just fucking punch the guy and smash
Dude.
it. There was like ones where, man does like a Superman fly and he just flies.
I saw that one. Yeah.
So fucking funny, bro. It makes me laugh every time. And it's
Respect.
funny. Bro, you see the different type of like action movies or different type of like genres with fight scenes. It's like, you've got the typical action where everyone knows karate and they have like unlimited health.
Yep.
So they get kicked through like 3
Dude,
plate glass
my
windows,
God.
fall down 40 stories, and then in the next scene you see them running up the stairs. It's like, bro, did you not die just then?
Unlimited stamina, unlimited health, unlimited everything.
Oh yeah. Then you look at like theaters, like plays. You know what I mean? They're like they've got their top hat and they're walking sideways, putting it on and off again. And it's like, yo, what are you doing, cunt? Why are you
man,
singing
I
your
don't
song
know.
while
I
trying to
don't
beat me
know.
up? And then Bollywood, it's just like there is absolutely no such thing as gravity, and it's fantastic.
I fucking love it.
Oh, bro,
I
it's
love all that
so
shit.
great.
It's so entertaining in so many different levels. It's like the original Superman without any graphics or anything. Just. Do we need VFX people? Nah.
No.
Nah.
It's cool. It's cool.
Bro, you see better graphics on the fucking Nolan show,
Yeah.
and it's like they don't have a team; they do it on Microsoft Paint. It's like the same level as graphics as the fucking
Oh,
Bollywood
bro,
movies.
it's so funny. You know what it is? It's like comparing. I don't know if you've watched any of the superhero TV shows, but like
I haven't.
okay, so there's a show called Arrow.
Yeah.
And it's based off
watched
like
that.
the Green Arrow, yeah. And for the most part, it's just like choreography. So it's
Yeah.
like him fighting and shit like that. But then there was one scene where they had this like spaceship.
Yeah.
And because it's all like choreography and stuff, not spaceship, like a plane or something, but like a high-tech plane.
Mhm.
Because it's all like choreography, you don't need VFX for it. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah?
You just need like some trained dancers or whatever to like do all the moves. When they go to the scene of them like in this specialty plane flying through the air, it literally looks like they just got a picture of a fucking shitty sci-fi plane and just went.
Oh my god!
And it's so hard. It's like if you ever watch a TV show where one of them like, and it's TV show I emphasize because movies they have bigger budgets, but like where there's a character who's like an orc or something, and it's like a pixelated block character from a fucking 90s video game or something like that. And
Yeah.
you're meant to pretend like this isn't a fucking joke. Have you ever watched Power Rangers?
The one I've watched Powerpuff Girls. I don't know why.
It's very different.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, I'll show you the fucking after the pod. I'll show you
It's very different.
I'll show you the Power Rangers bad guys.
Oh yeah.
Bruv, they were hilarious. They looked like they looked what are the guys in sports games who dress up like a
Players?
fucking cat or something?
Sports games.
Yeah,
Oh, mascots.
Yeah, mascot. They look
Yeah.
like mascots.
Oh,
They'll be like
the Power Rangers, of course.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
It's like a high five.
It'll be like a fucking dragon, but
Yeah.
it's like you can see the guy's eyes going through the fucking side and he's meant to be the bad guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't know, man. That shit's fucked,
Oh, fuck, bro.
bro.
Anyway, we've been going. I think it's about time to wrap this one up for the day.
Yeah. This has been really fucking fun.
It's been
What's
fun.
our keyword?
Our keyword.
Bollywood boy. Bollywood boy. I like that one.
What about physics question mark?
Oh,
physics?
okay. Physics. Okay, we can do that one. If you can fit them both into a sentence and make full
Yo,
sense.
what if that? So we've beat question 10. I think wasn't the thing like you have to get to 10. I don't know. We said something in the first episode. Who the fuck knows? It was so long ago now. Something about like a wall behind us or something like that. What if from now on, because the fun thing is seeing people fit them in.
Yeah.
What if the challenge is you got to fit the words into a sentence from now on? So it's
Yeah.
not just
You
say
can't
the
just
word,
say, "I'm
you
in
got
the
to be
bucket."
creative.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You have
gotta
to say,
fit
find a way to put
boy
Bollywood boy and
to the
physics
question.
in a sentence and make it make sense.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah,
All right,
that's
cheers,
right.
lads. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell icon so you know when we post each pod. For everyone who wants to know, they get posted usually Monday. I
It's
would
Monday
say
night
10
Aussie time.
Yeah, 10 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. It's usually I think around 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, somewhere in the middle for the others.
Yeah. So it's probably
I think
around
1
Monday.
p.m.
Maybe
1 p.m.
Monday. I don't think anyone's
GMT.
sitting there like checking their clock. to
Bro,
see
they
when it
are.
comes-
They want to know when it comes out.
But it's
Anyway.
probably Monday or Monday night.
Yeah,
around
yeah,
then.
yeah. Anyway, just Monday
Yeah.
sometime. You know what I mean? But if you could, I mean, if any of you can go, like, subscribe,
Like the videos. That
yeah,
so helps so
rate
much.
us 5 stars on Apple and Google and all that shit.
That'd be
And,
great.
leave us a review. It helps us so much. Helps
Yeah.
the podcast grow. We might be able to start moving towards getting video cam. A lot of people have been asking about face cam kind of shit, and so potentially we'll be able to get a video podcast. But in order to do that, we obviously need to get cameras and
Yep.
lighting equipment and
Get some
stuff.
equipment.
So the more we grow, the faster we can get towards that. So anything you can do to help is fantastic. So
Keen as, boys. Keen as.
yeah. Anyway, cheers for watching. Cheers for listening, fellas, and
Cheers.
we'll see you next week.
All right. See you in a bit.
Bollywood boy.
Bye bye. And physics.
Bye.